Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Age of Dragons, episode 6. Um, if you want to catch us live, YouTube, you can go to twitch.tv/KingNothingLive and watch this. We stream every, what day is it today? Friday? Friday
Yep.
at somewhere around 8 o'clock Mountain Time. It varies. So welcome.
We try.
Mentally imagine some cool like intro cinematic with like explosions and magic casting animation and a cool theme song playing in the background before a big title sequence comes up and says Age of Dragons, da-da-na, and then now. So, so what happened last time, everybody?
Right, note lady.
I'm trying to remember everything that happened last time. It's 2
I
weeks
was
ago
so
now.
I was so sleepy.
I'm so tired.
I don't remember. I don't remember that
Believe-
session happening. I just remember being there.
I believe we started with you guys in Mauve's house.
Yeah, maybe.
Eves?
Being alerted that your
A
Not
murder
loaded.
was
yeah,
afoot.
there was a murder.
There was a murder. Another one. Well, technically. But yeah, and then we did some investigation. Found some weird burrow holes like outside and in the back of their heads. Followed them into like it was like a swamp, I want to say. Found some xenomorph looking motherfuckers.
Shadow
Killed
crawlers.
them. Yeah. And now we kind of dealt with that. We killed them. We kind of informed the police force, whatever you want to call them,
The
of
guards.
what happened. The guards, yeah, that's
The
that's
city
the word.
guard.
The city guard of what happened. And now I forget why we left Corvair, but we left
We're
Corvair.
gonna go
We're
find
traveling
Herb's
through the
Herbs.
woods. Oh yeah, we're trying to find herbs, yes. And now we ran into a moving house or a spooky house. Would it say like something like
I'll give you guys the
like
description.
it was yeah, it was like Granny's fucking bakery or some shit on the outside, and I was like, what?
Nowhere close, but sure, I'll give you that
well,
as the description again. I admire your
Yeah.
your attempt. At
I
the very
tried.
least.
A for effort.
Yeah.
A for effort.
You did the recap pretty much by yourself, so I'll let it slide. So yeah. So suddenly, as you guys are walking through the Osmore Woods on your trail, you've been about 5 days on the road. Giovanni stayed behind to do some study. He has his own things that he needs to deal with, and opted to stay behind and leave you guys to your business. Perhaps one day in the future you will run into him again, but for now he has departed your guys' party. So yeah, you've traveled 5 days down the ring road out of Corvair, cutting through the Osmore Woods, which is the same swamp-like type of forest that you guys fought those the xenomorph type things in. It's just now that you're actually on a trail, so travel's a little bit easier, and you don't have to worry about things attacking you constantly. Yeah, suddenly on your 5th day, a cool breeze blows through the Osmore Woods, sending a slight shiver down your spine. As it subsides, the forest seems quieter than usual, and you notice the faint smell of lavender. The creaking of wood from behind you causes you to turn around and stop in your tracks at what lies not but 30 feet behind you, where you had just recently been walking. Large, twisted tree trunks of wood stretch upwards before twisting together into a makeshift platform, perched atop of which is a small hut. The makeshift legs creak and groan as it begins to lower the building to the forest floor. A small lantern hangs from a hook outside the front door, illuminating a wooden sign that has multiple crossed out names such as the meandering merchant, the sauntering salesman, the roaming retailer, the vagabond vendor, and the traveling trader, before finally seemingly settling on the wandering warehouse.
Yeah, I wasn't there before.
Brand's nose is wrinkled. Hates the smell of lavender. Yeah, a
So
little sniffle.
what
Mm,
what do we
it
do
says
about
Herb's
that?
Herbs.
Is No, I don't know. I mean,
Wandering warehouse, they sell herbs.
possibly, but in the same vein, don't tend to trust houses that move on their own. But
Have you come across many?
I can't say I have, but I feel like that's not natural.
Houses
Fair.
just don't have legs.
Yeah, houses don't have legs. Kind of like, what should we do about this? Is it like completely blocking our path behind us?
I mean, like if you really wanted to, you could walk around it, but it's like it's a whole hut, and the trail that you guys are walking on isn't overly wide, so it occupies most of the trail. You could easily cut into the woods a little bit and walk around it. It doesn't seem to be blocking you in any sort of way, other than just having strangely appeared behind you. You can see there's like a little bit of lantern light that kind of comes out of the small little windows that are on either side of the front door. There's about like 2 or 3 wooden steps that kind of ascend upwards from the where the forest floor is, where it's lowered past this kind of makeshift wooden platform that these legs kind of make up, and up towards like a small little like almost deck kind of thing that leads up to the front door.
I mean, if anything, I'm kind of curious of how this works. Like, she kind of like gestures to the whole house. Be very convenient if we could just make random things walk if we need them to.
Have you not seen Sensor's floating disc? It doesn't need legs.
It doesn't need legs, but
It's a superior spell.
yeah.
Guess we should go see if
think
anyone's home.
I don't know.
Is this thing just gonna follow us, or
I don't know.
Why
Like,
didn't we knock on the door?
I don't love how we didn't hear it approaching and it just appeared behind us.
right?
It's a little spooky.
On a plus note, just looking at like the like all the names scratched off and everything, it's a wandering merchant.
Yeah, couldn't hurt to stock up on some more stuff. They might have some like magic scrolls or anything.
Hatch, you should go knock on the door.
It's like up in the air still, right? It's like
No,
not.
it was initially when you turned around, but the legs kind of like crouched down and lowered the building down to the floor, and the front
Like it
steps that
detected
kind
our
of go
presence.
down. Yeah, the front
Oh,
steps
yeah.
that kind of go down from the front door of the hut has like kind of like there's like 2 or 3 steps that when you first saw it were just like kind of hovering in the air, but as it lowered it, the steps kind of like lately like came to a thud on the trail. You could very easily walk up towards the front door without any issue.
Who wants to check it out and who wants? All right, raise a hand. So who wants to go check it out? Who wants to just leave?
Hatch wants to check it out. He raises his hand to check it out.
Okay.
I agree.
All right.
Look over
Sure.
at Hatch and just like, oh god, we're agreeing on something. There might
It's
be
like
loot inside.
Sai slightly smiles at that. It's like, oh, good.
Yeah, for nefarious needs.
Nefarious needs. Yeah.
Everyone needs a fall guy.
All right. I guess park the cart.
All right, fuck you then.
Park the cart.
Park the cart.
Park the cart. I'm gonna turn the Hatch is gonna turn the cart around and start like me. It start meandering back toward the hut, but just park right outside.
I was say it's like 30 feet behind you. You don't even really need to turn the cart around if you want.
All right,
Yeah.
then I'll just jump off and go knock on the door then.
Just like tie the horse down and kind of
Stay.
stay. Yeah, actually though, we don't need our fucking
Give
transportation.
him some
bolting off
oats
in
or
the
something.
woods.
I say
You just
it
stay
seems
right here.
fairly well trained. It like when you guys found it, it wasn't taking off. It wasn't like tied down or anything like that. Like seems like unless you urge it to go forward, the horse isn't gonna move. So unless you like starve it to death or something, then it might try and get away to go look for its own food. But you guys have been good about feeding it. Well, Hatch at least has been taking good care of it.
Horse.
Hatch is like, I need
Where's
money
my
to feed horse.
Martin.
Well, yeah.
It's just lucky it can't fit in a backpack.
No, not again.
Six doesn't have a backpack. He has a pouch.
Yeah. Even then, it's like a coin purse. He's so small.
Is that why Zik has like a spectral rat so he can't kill it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't need air.
I
Doesn't
can
need
put it in my
air.
backpack and I don't have to worry about it dying like everything else does.
Hey, once Bob finishes working on that rat launcher, then you're gonna be laughing.
Oh yeah. Oh
Right?
yeah. Jeez.
Launching spectral rats at people.
All right. Let's
Oh,
let's go.
crap.
Let's all head up to the door, I suppose.
Okay, you guys make your way up. Like the lavender is like a pleasant scent. As eerie as the building itself is, it doesn't give you a sense of unease. You can like see a little bit of smoke billowing out of the chimney from the roof, and you can kind of like hear the crackling of a fire inside. Um, Seems mildly comforting in the middle of this kind of a little bit more gloomy, swampy forest that you guys have been traveling through. But yeah, you get up to the front door. It doesn't look like it's locked or anything like that. There's a small little welcome mat made out of like straw that's sitting right in front of the front door.
Do we knock or do we just open?
I'm just gonna
It's-
start knocking on the door.
Say welcome in common.
Yep.
Good enough for me. I ain't no vampire. I don't need to be invited.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hatch starts knocking on the door, and you hear a voice inside say, "Come in."
Hatch opens the door and begins walking in.
Right. So you step inside, and you see a fairly small, like singular room of a hut. There's a small, like stone fireplace on one far wall that has a flame crackling inside of it that gives warmth to the interior. You can see there's all sorts of like shelves and desks and things like that kind of scattered around this small, almost like 20-foot by 20-foot interior. It looks like there's all sorts of things set on these shelves. Some things are like tied to ropes hanging from the ceiling where they wouldn't have space to fit on the shelves. You see everything from what looks like jewelry to like a small dagger. There looks to be like a wand, some cutlery of some sort. What looks like seeds, rope. There's like a kind of silver coin that's sitting on one desk. There's like a like almost looks like a cardboard box. There's a small like wooden chest, a key that looks like it's like made out of bone. All sorts of different things. And sitting behind a small desk at the very back of the hut, you see a furbolg. He has kind of raggedy, almost reddish orange hair. His big kind of cow-like ears stick out from the side and kind of like hang down at a bit of an angle. He has a welcoming smile on his face, and he seems to be dressed in very basic kind of like cloth and leathers, kind of dark greens and browns. And as you guys kind of step, and he says, "Well, hey there. What can I get for you guys?"
My God.
I'm curious about that silver coin you have.
Oh, you want the cheater's coin?
The what?
Can you tell me about the cheater's coin?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's got a crown on one side and a horse on the other there. And if you flip it, it'll give you whatever result you want.
Huh.
How much?
Well, what do you got? I don't necessarily have any use for gold and things. I prefer more sentimental items and that kind of sort.
So I reach out to like my side pouch. I'm like, um, side of my pouch. I walk up to this like counter and I drop this pouch in, and it makes like a weird, like kind of a bony, kind of like wet flop sound onto the table.
And what is
I
this?
tell him I got 6 blink dog teeth and 4 banded ears.
Hmm.
Blink dog teeth
Well,
are super sentimental.
let's
Yeah.
say
Oh yeah.
can't say that's
Very personal.
overly useful. You don't really have much of a connection to it, I can feel. Plus, it hurts me that some poor blink dogs died for that.
Um, they attacked us.
Oh, I'm
We
sure
didn't
they
go out of our
did. They
way.
were probably starving to death. Poor buddies. And you killed them, eh? Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I understand. Unfortunately, I don't really have much use for that sort of thing. Do you have anything else?
I have a set of alchemist supplies.
Well, this is all stuff that you would sell for money. I want stuff that usually people wouldn't be interested in. If you don't have any trinkets, my friend Douglas here also takes his own form of payments. He just kind of like gestures around when he says that.
Is
Those
Douglas the
just
house?
Yeah, well, he's not the house.
Lord?
His name's Douglas. Douglas Fur. He's a tree ant,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he helps me
Yep.
move the place around.
what is he like?
He likes people's personalities.
What?
We got none of that here.
Oh, everybody's got a personality, depending on what you like. It also depends on the item. If you guys want multiple things, he could still give you a trade, but what he takes from you will be worth a little bit more than if you were to just take maybe one or two things.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like I'm assuming it's a permanent thing?
Well, I believe so, but I don't really know exactly what he wants. He'll usually tell me, or tell you if you know how to talk to him.
Uh,
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out how to talk to a tree?
Sure.
Assuming it speaks Ent.
Yeah, make me an
Creaminese?
Arcana check.
Not great, but not horrible.
Do you have advantage with it or no?
No, just proficiency.
Say, so you haven't seen like a face or a mouth or anything like that on him. It's just kind of been this like mass of roots that the hut is sitting on top of, but you've seen it move, so obviously he's not necessarily lying to you. But you can assume if you had something like speak with plants, then that would probably do it.
Oh darn! I
Don't
didn't
got
pack my
that.
speak with plant potion.
Fresh out of it.
He says, "It's no worries if you can't. We talk to each other all the time. If you pick something out, he can let me know what exactly he wants for it. That's only if you don't have something to trade me, of course."
I like this place.
I really want that cheater's coin.
Yeah.
I like have nothing in my backpack.
I have
Nothing to
stuff,
trade.
but it's nothing she would be willing to give up at this moment.
Well,
I
if
got
you
Well,
3 ball
don't have
bearings.
any,
actually,
if you don't have any items, Douglas is more than welcome to take something from you in exchange.
I might have something.
Something like what?
Well, it depends on what exactly it is you want.
Hatch, we need you to give him a pinky.
No.
That would be incredibly personal. Let me
Right?
help you.
So I kinda,
Hatch folds his arms under his armpits.
before that goes
Nobody
anywhere.
take pinky.
The furbolg
No.
like shakes his hands, kind of. He's like, "No, no, I don't want anyone to get hurt. That would be horrible."
I
I
pull
like
out
you.
Well,
one of
that's nice. I like
these.
you too. There. What's your name?
Arm touch.
Hatch. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Lawrence.
And Hatch just nods
Lawrence.
his head and he just kind of like sits there and like watches everyone else like starting the deal again.
Kind of like look at Bram like, you really want that coin?
Yeah, I
Alright,
do.
I have an idea. I don't know if this is like worth a lot, but it's something.
I
She, like,
mean, you don't have to give up anything. I want to talk to the tree man.
She kind of like shrugs and she's like, honestly, if you make more money, it just means that I live longer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She like I pull out the Feywild book I grabbed from the uh tower. I kind of slide it toward him, and I was like, I know this doesn't seem like that much of a personal connection, but I
Oh, I
don't
wouldn't say that. I can feel it. I have a sense for these kinds of things. You have a connection with that place, I can tell.
Mhm.
You haven't got a
Is
chance
that
to read this yet either, have you?
she kind of shakes her head.
Oh, that makes it even more valuable. Did you have something in mind that you wanted for it?
I guess that coin will do.
I'm willing to make that trade if you are.
Yeah, she kind of slides the book towards him.
He grabs it. Feel free to grab the coin. Thank you there. Kind of flips through the book a little bit, kind of looks at some of the pages, and then kind of nods approvingly, and then sets it underneath the counter.
Yep. I grab the coin and toss at the Bram.
What? How do you want it to land when it lands in his hand?
Heads up.
It's a crown or a horse?
Crown.
Crown, and it lands crown up.
Did Hatch hear horse?
Well, yeah, it's on the other side of the coin.
Colin, what can I add to my inventory then?
Just add cheater's coin.
Okay.
These are all homebrew items,
I have a
so
question.
nothing that's going to be
Okay,
in D&D.
I just do
If
you want
you-
to ask?
If you guys would
Oh, go
like,
ahead.
I can also give you a tour of some of my more popular items if you want to know what they all do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Peter's coin always lands on what is called by Bran.
Yeah, so you could flip it and ask somebody else to call it, and then you could have it land on the opposite result. It's whatever you think
Yeah.
that you want it to land on, it will land on.
Nice.
So yeah, if nobody else has anything immediately in mind, he will start doing a quick walk around of his shop and kind of tell you exactly what he's got. So he points out a ring. There's a small little thing of jewelry or whatever, and he points out a small ring. It's a beautiful gold ring, and you can see it's inlaid with silver leaves. And he says, this is called the pretty ring. It makes sure that whoever wears its clothes are never stained, their skin is always freshly washed, and it always gives them a faint odor of lavender surrounding them. Quite nice,
You see-
especially if you're like a noble fella.
You see Hatch lift up his arm and smell his armpit.
I feel like that would fit Giovanni really well.
Right, yeah.
Can smell you from here, buddy.
He moves a little bit
Hatch
over
is-
and he points out a small silver kind of dagger, or a steel dagger, but very nicely polished. It has a heart-shaped pommel on the back, and he says, "This one's a little weird, but it's the dagger of healing. If you stab someone with it, it does them a little bit of damage, but then it heals them for potentially a little bit more."
Hey,
Imagine
Hatch, you want to get a
party-
sneak attack?
I just imagine your party
Mhm.
members down, and you're like, I'm gonna stab
Right?
him, immediately crits and kills them.
Mechanically, it deals 1d4 damage, and then after the damage is dealt, heals for 2d4 health. It has 4
Yeah.
charges, regaining 1 charge per dawn.
That's kind of cool.
He moves over to the next.
Tactically speaking, you can offhand attack somebody, so you can bonus action heal somebody, essentially.
Bonus action, stab yourself.
Rolls a d4 for the first one, rolls 2 for the next
Yeah, I was
two.
gonna say technically there's
It's
the
like,
chance
bro.
that it does more damage than it heals, but it's not statistically likely at least. So. He moves over and there's a small wooden wand that has what looks like carvings of arrows, not like a bow arrow, but like you would imagine a recycling symbol or something that just keeps pointing around the wand all the way up towards the tip. He says, "This is the wand of alteration. It changes a weapon or a piece of armor into either a ration, a torch, or a length of rope."
Is there a choice in that
Permanently?
option, or is it just?
Yeah, you can make it into whatever you want as long as it's one of those 3 things. Really useful if you have a bunch of stuff that you don't need and you'd rather have food or something like that. He points over next to a small wooden spoon that it has a rune carved on it, which who else here speaks Dwarvish other than Brangarn?
I do.
Hatch.
Hatch and
Ain't
Sai?
no fuck
No
yeah.
fucking
Ain't
way.
no fucking way you speak Dwarvish.
Of
I
all the
speak
languages you could have picked,
Wait,
he chose
Colin, did you
Dwarvish.
say speak or read?
Well, read, I guess.
If you know it, you should be able to read it.
Well,
I said
Hatch
no,
can't read,
Hatch
though.
can't read. That's true.
Oh
He's-
yeah.
Hatch has a hard time reading.
Yeah. So
Oh.
so yeah, maybe you wouldn't recognize it. I don't know. You could make an intelligence check if you want to see if you can remember
Absolutely.
I believe
Nah,
that.
one.
You go.
Nah, one.
it. I'll say, well,
Fail,
DC
fail,
12,
fail.
DC 12 intelligence check to see if you can read
Oh,
the
did
room.
it roll? Did it go through?
No,
yeah.
it might not have.
Oh, let me see.
You
Say,
might have
if it didn't do that, just tell me whatever it was that rolled. I believe you. So.
All right, I'll
This
just roll
seems-
it. I'll just roll a d20 here, and then -1 from it.
Seems
A
too
1.
perfect.
So
That
yeah,
one.
You have
Not
no
necessarily
idea.
a one.
Dirty one. Dirty. So, yeah,
I'm not
so,
paying attention. What the hell's going on?
So Sai and Brangarn both see that it has the dwarven rune for food carved into the back of the spoon. He says
Perfect.
when you take a scoop of inert organic or semi-organic materials such as wood or dirt or something like that, it turns into edible food stuff. Although, if you ask in my opinion, it's really quite mushy and flavorless.
She kind of shrugs and goes, "I've had worse."
I really want to get that for Hatch because I want to see him eat dirt.
You know he would. That's the
Of course he
problem.
would.
He ate raw potatoes for a week.
Yeah. So I am interested in that, and I wish to commune with.
I'll go through all
Douglas.
the items first, and then
Okay.
just note things that you guys are interested in, and then once it's all done, then you can make deals for. Because if you want to get multiple things, then that'll make
Yeah.
a difference with the deal. Kind of. So he then points over to what looks just to be like an acorn, and he says, "This is the mighty acorn. If you plant it in the earth and water it, give it a small pat once you're done. Over the course of the next minute, it grows into a 20-foot tall oak tree."
That's sick.
Like the Oak Father.
He then points
Parentheses
over at
covered.
a silver earring in the shape of a lightning bolt, and he says, "This is the earring of lightning resistance. Any lightning attack that's within 10 feet of whoever's wearing it is diverted to the earring instead. If the earring takes more than 6 damage, whatever that means, it shatters, and it is not immune to the lightning damage that it takes."
Ah, rip. Whatever that means.
I just imagine
what's
he's like
handing
reading
them
like a
that-
little description of it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
he's,
reading
like,
little
reading off a cue
cards.
card.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has a little stack
yeah.
in his hand that he's flipping through as he goes through all the items. Said, "I had people cast Identify on this sort of stuff a long time ago, but my memory's not so good." So he then points over to a 50-foot length of rope, which seems just standard. But he says, "This is the silver silk rope. If you say the command word, which I'm not going to say out loud or else it'll do it, it becomes solid as steel."
Does it?
Mm.
50
it
feet of
permanent?
it?
it?
Yeah.
Well, you could say the word again. Oh, I suppose I could do that. And he like takes the end of the rope and like holds it up from the table a little bit, so it's like sitting like 2 feet up. And then he says solidify, and it like he lets go of it, and it's just standing like directly upwards. And then he looks at it and says solidify, and then it just flumps back down into the pile.
Oh, nice.
That's actually
Cool.
pretty
Be
cool.
very, very useful, actually.
Yeah.
You already took the coin, so that's not there anymore. He like
Yeah.
flicks through the
All
next
the
card.
requirements will-
He points at what looks to just be like a plain cardboard box, and he says, "This is the box of cat catching. It compels all sorts of felines to sit in it as if they were charmed."
Hatch
Um,
immediately looks at
Can
Percy.
I try and
So how's
sit in
Percy
it?
doing? How's Percy
Yeah,
doing?
Percy's looking at it. And, yeah, you look like you could fit in there, and
Oh,
I mean,
if I can fit, I sit.
Yeah, absolutely. you squirm your way in. You guys all look, and he looks a little bit too big for it, but it's enough that he can get his feet in and kind of scooch down and sit his bum in it, and you're feel quite cozy in there.
Thomas, where's the fucking sticker?
Oh, I got the sticker.
Oh, I have it. Hang on. Oh no, I don't have it. You got it? Yeah, it's a little fucking thing I drew.
Knox in another timeline is just like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing.
Then he points over at a small wooden chest. I say small, actually. It's 3 foot wide, 2 feet deep, and 2 feet tall. There's a small iron latch on the front. He says, "This is
Grand-sized
the
chest.
chest of the mundane. Anything you place inside of it is covered with an illusion that makes it look worthless and boring. It's currently empty, but if you want to test it out before you buy it, you're more than welcome." The next thing here, and he points over at a very slender key that looks like it's made out of bone. And he says, "This key over here is called the skeleton key. It can unlock any door, but it can't be removed from the mechanism until it's relocked."
Okay.
Huh.
He
Good
points,
sweet.
Checking my thieves' tools.
he
No, they're still there.
He then points over at a small iron ring with the symbol of a mustache engraved into its side. And he says, this is called the ring of testosterone. It gives the wearer a magnificent mustache or beard, depending on which finger you wear it on.
Like Hatch is like kind of rubbing his like beard and stuff, just thinking about it.
Hatch could have hair, real hair.
Yeah.
He then points over to a thin silver ring that's adorned with the symbol of a leaf. And he says, this is the ring of invisibility. It makes the wearer invisible, but not any of the equipment or clothing they're carrying.
Oh, so you have to be naked. Again, Hatch, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Or
You just see two floating hand axes chasing you down in the woods. I'd be fucking scared.
So that'd be actually really good for like a monk or something.
Oh, yeah.
It would work really
Naked
good for a
monk.
monk. But yeah, he then points over at a plain black umbrella that has the head of a green parrot carved into the base of its handle. It says, this is called the parachute parasol. You can open it as a reaction, and it allows the user to float downwards at 60 feet around, negating any sort of damage they might take from the fall.
Ooh,
That's cool.
It is
Very
quite
useful.
literally the Mary
Can be
Poppins
Mary
umbrella.
Poppins.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like the penguin.
Nah,
Even Mary
Mary Poppins.
Poppins umbrella has a green parrot carved into the base of its handle, so it is literally the Mary Poppins
Oh,
umbrella.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm Mary
Yeah,
Poppins, y'all.
you ain't wrong.
But yeah, he then points
Culture
over at
shock.
a ring that looks like it's also carved from bone that has skulls etched into the side. And he says, "This is the ring of the dead. When worn, it makes the wearer appear to be dead and rotten.
Yep.
Don't know why you'd want that, but there it is." Moving on.
Sandy.
He points over at a wooden marionette hand that's severed just behind the wrist. He says, this is the wooden hand. It can turn into a living but disembodied hand for 1 hour a day when its command word is spoken. It'll obey your commands for the duration and moves pretty okay. It also has blind sight out to 30 feet, but unfortunately it can't talk because, it's a hand.
We could teach it sign language.
Teach it. Thieves can't.
He then points over at what looks like a paper ring. Like you'd almost like make like a promise ring. It's just like a small thin length of paper that's kind of tied into a knot on one end, and then you see like little runes, kind of like etched all across the side of the paper, or like written on it with ink. And he says, "This is the ring of good omens. The first time you fail a save against a curse or some other sort of magic, the ring breaks, and instead you succeed the save." He then points over at a small rectangular strip of tenzaku, which is like the Japanese kind of like poem paper kind of thing. And you see it's like inked with all sorts of like I'd say like the wizards would be able to recognize them as like arcane abjuration runes. He says this is the prayer of the seal. When it's attached to a door or some sort of portal, it becomes locked until the paper is removed or destroyed. He then points over at a small glass jar with an iron hinge and latch holding a corked lid in place. You see there is a toad sitting inside of it, and it doesn't seem to be moving or anything. He says, this is the preserving jar. Anything that you place in the jar enters a state of stasis where it doesn't need to eat, breathe, or sleep, and it doesn't get older. It unfortunately can't hold anything much bigger than the toad that's in it right now, though.
I thought it was like a jar of pickles and like you put vegetables in it, it gets preserved.
I mean,
Or,
you
like,
could use it for food. It would
Yeah.
do the same thing.
No,
But
I mean
it
like
also
turning
can
like
produce.
cucumbers to pickles or
Oh,
like
yeah, no, it wouldn't age,
yeah,
so it wouldn't work for that.
yeah.
It preserves it the way it is as you put it in. He points over then at a small gray gemstone with a very nice cut. And he says, this is called the Eye of Zin. You can push it into your forehead, and it just kind of sticks there, and makes your eyes turn horribly black, but it lets you see in the dark. Unfortunately, if there's any kind of light around, it's horribly bright. Trust me.
D&D nods pretty much.
Yeah. I will
um,
be right back in the restroom.
Well, I can't even see in the dark.
he then points over to a beautiful lyre that's engraved with a sun and a moon on its surface, and it looks like it has silver strings. It says, "This is the Twilight Lyre. When it's played, the lyre enhances the musical abilities of the performer, captivating listeners and improving their mood. Mechanically speaking, it gives you a +3 bonus to performance checks." He then points over to a small wooden mug that has an engraving of a flame on one side of it and a snowflake on the other. It says, "This mug is the Everwarm mug. It magically keeps any beverage placed inside of it at the perfect drinking temperature, never getting too hot or too cold." He then points over to a small burlap coin purse that has an old frayed length of rope, or like of twine, kind of like sewn into the edge of it. Looks like something you'd see like a commoner or like somebody that lives in like the slums kind of have. And he says, "This is the coin purse of abundance. No matter how many coins you put inside, the purse always appears empty to the casual observer, deterring potential thieves." And then he points to the last two items. He says, "Now these are a little bit fancier. I had to pay quite a bit for these buggers, but they're also quite a bit more valuable. So the first one here you may have heard of. It's an immovable rod. It's just basically a 1 foot metal stick that you can click a button and it won't move anywhere, even if everything else around it is moving. It's impossible to get rid of unless you click the button again. And then this last thing here, I don't really know too much about it. You see, it's like a wand that has like all sorts of different like sticks, kind of like jutting off of the end, and like random like gems and things protruding from the side. And he says it's called a wand of wonder, and it does all sorts of stuff. Unfortunately, you can't really control what exactly it is you want it to do. You just kind of point it at stuff and then see what happens."
Sick.
Here, there is a wand of wonder.
Ooh. What'd it do?
All
Wild
sorts
magical.
of stuff.
Ooh. All sorts of stuff.
You just point it at something and see what happens.
Huh. That's a. Huh.
Yeah, there's basically a D100 table to see what effect
Oh,
happens when you
nice.
roll it. It's just
Uh.
there's also an immovable
Nice.
rod was the other thing that he just mentioned just before that
Ooh,
as
okay.
well. But the immovable rod and the wand of wonder he had to pay quite a bit more for, so they cost more essentially.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and that's about it. I also got basic stuff like food and tents and that kind of thing. But these are the things that people seem overly interested in.
Hmm.
So,
Um,
anything catch your guys' fancy? What can I interest you in?
I'm still in the
Zick.
box.
Zick,
It's gonna be hard to get him out of
you were
that.
staring at that wand a little long, with one with the arrows.
Yeah, well, the
You're
wand and the
really
lyre.
eyeballing that. Well, maybe if we talk to Lauren, right?
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Sorry, Lawrence is Travis's dad's name.
Well, I'm Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Are you talking about Douglas Fir? He's the tree.
Oh, Lawrence. I would like to ask him if he could hold on to the lyre for potentially another bard that might be wandering through at some point in time. Because I'm assuming you wander these woods.
Oh, I wander everywhere. Douglas takes me all across the plains. He knows how to travel all sorts of places. I don't really know exactly where it is that he's going, but he seems to have a tendency to seek out those people in need, and he just kind of takes me there.
Oh.
I say we get it now. Because who knows if we find him again. Or it gets sold.
Yeah, I do
This
get a good
plus
amount of business. So. I think I recently just came from the elemental plane of wind. Boy, that was a rough place. It's so loud.
and windy, huh?
Very, very windy. It hurts your ears if you go outside.
Fuck. I'm sorry, that took me really off guard.
I would like to speak to Douglas through you in order to get that wooden spoon with a dwarven rune on it.
And the
Okay.
wand and the lyre. Let's
Yeah.
do a combo deal. Anything else anyone else wants?
Nope.
Well, if somebody wants something or all things, then the cost will go up for that specific person. So if you want something separately, then that'll be a separate deal.
I see.
That's what I mean. It's like that's why I was gonna ask him to hold it because it's gonna cost somebody something.
Yeah,
Unless you have
but
a
I
very
can't
interesting
promise it's
case.
gonna be here still. If somebody else
Yeah.
comes in and they want it, then who am I to say no? But anyways, you said you wanted the survivor's spoon?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me ask Douglas what he would want from you for that. Give me a second. And he like just kind of goes over to the edge of the hut and kind of like places his hand on the wooden floor. Kind of like closes his eyes for a moment, and you just kind of hear him go, "Oh yeah, mm-hmm, yeah,
Oh yeah.
okay, oh for sure, oh yeah, yeah, all right, oh yeah, no, okay, I'll let him know." And he kind of like gets back up and kind of wanders back over to you, and he says, uh, the Douglas would like your iron stomach.
Oh,
Sorry?
Douglas would like your iron stomach.
Oh, I understand. I understand. It is very useful drinking, and
ah.
I can, so I understand. That's a steep price from Douglas.
Well, I don't make the rules. If you're uncomfortable with it, we can always see if you would like something else from you instead.
Yeah. How would you? How is my very first set of leather armor?
Oh no, like I said, Douglas doesn't ever want any sort of possessions. It's always bits of your personality.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken a key feature from me, not a personality.
I mean, if you'd like me to ask him if he could want something else, then I could do that as well.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okie dokie. And he kind of goes back over and he says, kind of closes his eyes again, places his hand on the ground, and says, "Okay, yeah, mm-hmm,
Yes.
okay, yeah, no, I can do that. Yep, all right, for sure. Okay, thanks, Doug." He kind of gets back up, comes over to you, and he says, "Now he would like a moment of your time."
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What does that mean?
Oh, age.
Oh.
How much of time would you like?
Well, you just said a moment.
Yeah, but a moment
Mm-hmm.
for a dwarf is much different than like a moment for shorter living races.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all generally fairly low value things that he asks for if you're only asking for one item and none of the valuable stuff. If you want more than one thing, then he generally asks for something a little bit more steep, or if you want one of the
Yeah.
fancier things. I can't
Yeah.
tell
I'll
you
I'll give
exactly
I'll
what
give
it is
Douglas.
that he's asking for, but he likes to speak in riddles, sort of.
Okay. Yes, I would like to give him a moment of my time.
Okay, there. Then the spoon is all yours. And mechanically speaking now, during a random combat in the future, you will be teleported into the hut to assist Dennis with something.
Okay.
Oh no.
When you're done, you
Okay.
will be teleported back. But if he ever needs your hand in the
Could
future,
be
you will be randomly
spicy.
teleported in.
That is awesome.
Colin, is that something you have to remember then?
Yep, I'll let
Okay.
you know.
This is gonna go great in the future.
We're in the middle
Wait. That means
Fighting
Colin has to
against
make a
the
map so I can see the inside of
BBG.
the shop.
Nah.
No, because you're not gonna be fighting inside the shop.
Oh.
I can imagine that we like Brangarn is like trying to sneak through something, and then all of a sudden he's just gone.
Yeah.
Try to do something
We're
super
like,
critical.
yeah, we're like waiting for him to give us a signal or something. We're like, man, Bram's taking a really fucking long time. Like,
A moment is
Ooh.
essentially just around. So,
Okay.
during a random combat in the future, you'll be teleported to the hut to assist him for a round, and then you'll be teleported back.
Do you
Okay.
think I'll look
Alright.
better in green or blue?
Hey, Lee, hold on. This may be beneficial because, as Lawrence was saying, Douglas knows when to help people, and he just teleports around. So
Yeah, but you gotta help him
Yeah,
out.
I'm assuming
Isn't
that
the thing.
it's gonna be like entirely random.
Mm-hmm. This will be great. Anyway.
That's gonna be awesome when that happens. Whenever it
Yeah.
happens. First combat encounter. zoom.
or no, it's like I finally get in the position and like I'm about to make an attack, and Colin's like, "All right, later."
I have a wave of finger.
Yeah, I guess you'll never know.
Yep.
You agreed to it. And now
And
you got
then
a spoon.
I take the spoon, I give it to Hatch. I'm like, Hatch, you can eat dirt now. Pass him, very passive aggressively.
like Hatch is just staring at you. What?
When I tell you to eat dirt, you can eat dirt and live.
Lawrence
So
says
it's just
he's
like has his head
actually
in her
not
hand.
lying. That's basically what it does. You could take a spoonful of dirt or a spoonful of rocks or a spoonful of wood
Hatch
or
immediately goes
anything,
outside
and
to go.
okay,
Aw.
goodbye.
No.
I'm gonna go make sure
Yeah,
he doesn't
yeah.
just try to eat it
Hatch
out the
immediately
spoon.
like finds the near like 2 pebbles or something and hurry and puts them in the spoon and just hurry and eats it.
Yep. So you like go to bite down on them, expecting them to be like hard, but it's just very soft mush. It doesn't really taste like anything, and it's kind of almost unpalatable, but it's edible.
You won't die.
Hatch turns to the house and he just gives a thumbs up.
So I was like looking out the window, just gonna fucking
Okay,
pinches
now
the bridge
get
of her
back
nose.
inside and close the door. You're letting all the warm air out.
And Hatch is like hurry and swallows and hurry and runs back inside the house.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Brandon just has a big shitty eating grin on. He ate fucking dirt. He's gonna look so weird in the fucking city.
Oh, I cannot wait. Everyone's gonna be crazy about it.
We're like gonna leave him outside and we're gonna find him sitting in the fucking ground just eating the fucking gravel.
Right. Does anybody else want
That was worth
anything?
every penny.
I'll ask Lawrence what the wand does exactly again.
Sorry, which one?
The arrow wand.
Oh, the Wand of Alteration. It changes a weapon or a piece of armor
Oh,
into
right, yeah.
either a ration, a torch, or a length of rope.
Can you turn it back?
Survival.
No, I don't think so.
What would Mr. Douglas for like in trade?
Well, I'll go ask him. He kind of like goes over to the edge, crouches down, puts his hands on the floor, sits there for a little bit, and says, "Okay, yeah, right? Are you sure? Okie dokie. I'll let him know." And he comes over to you and he says, he has 2 options for you, I guess, because the last guy didn't like the first thing. So he'll either take your self worth or your love of animals.
Oh damn.
Love of animals?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Huh.
I mean, we have rations and stuff though. We have all that trapping equipment we just bought too.
Yeah. Don't think I'll trade with Douglas, but would you trade for my small hunting knife I've had forever? It's made out of bone handle and it's got carvings on the blade.
Sure, why not?
Cut yourself a deal, friend.
Alrighty.
Really cut him a deal.
Grabs the knife or whatever, and he looks at it a little
Rip.
bit, and he's like, "Oh, this is real nice, for sure, absolutely, okay." And he kind of goes back behind the desk and puts it underneath. Then he's like, "I'll be sure to catalog that later."
I've had that
So is
knife
it
my
like a
entire life.
kobold-sized knife?
Oh yeah, it's tiny.
And
the
then the
letter opener.
massive full bore hands. It's like
yeah.
Wand of what? Sorry, wand of.
Wand of alteration.
Alteration.
I can turn.
Would you take a
Weapon.
flask of
I'll
holy
see.
water for this box?
I don't really have much use for holy water.
Thank you.
You could worship Tempest with it.
Oh, I'm not a religious for bulk. I like to spend my time out in nature, hanging out with the animals and stuff. Ain't nothing more relaxing than talking to a cow.
or Douglas.
Or Douglas, he's nice too.
What would Douglas want for the box?
Well, I'll go ask him. He goes over, crouches
He
back.
wants your desire to sit in a box.
It's like on like an ornament or like a pedestal, and like Percy's just sitting in it. Like, how much?
So
Zero.
he comes back and he says, same thing as last time. He gives you the option between two things. So he either wants your height or the color of your eyes.
Huh.
Huh.
What color would they be after the trade?
Well, I don't know.
Do you go blind?
That's what
I
I'm
would
thinking.
imagine not. No, he never asks for anything too terrible. These are all just trinkets after all.
It's just gonna be a fucking like just black. It's just like a
Right.
a little spooky looking.
I'll do the color of my
Eyes, both of them.
eyes. Yeah.
Alrighty, that's a deal. And when you like get up and you like go to like pick up the box, you see the interior of the building kind of shift, and you guys all look at Percy, and he looks exactly the same. But Percy, everything you see now is in grayscale.
Is in grayscale.
Everything I see, what?
Is in grayscale.
That's like
Oh.
genie levels of
So I'm
fucking.
colorblind.
Yeah, you're essentially colorblind.
Oh no. I see this causing issues in the future.
I mean, it's funny because it's accurate to Nathan in real
I
life.
will say none
Oh,
of
is
the
he?
none of the things.
Yeah, I'm partially colorblind.
Oh, damn.
I'll say none of the things he immediately asked for are like game-breaking things. It's nothing that's gonna super screw you over. The only way you could run into something like that is if you take like multiple. You're like, I want these 4 items or whatever. What do you want for that kind of thing? Like, then the thing
Percy,
that
run
he asked for might be worth a little bit more. But
Percy, run to the building with the red shingles. What?
Literally.
It's the
It's
same
like a
color as your
puzzle
rock.
that's got,
It's
like,
the same color as the rock you got.
Different green
cut the
colored
red
things you gotta
wire.
hit.
They're all red wires.
I immediately get back in the box.
Worth every penny.
Are you
Dude,
just
Yeah.
gonna wear it as a hat now? Like, is that just gonna be Percy's part of Percy's thing?
Yeah, and it's
That'd be
gonna be
fucking
part of
awesome.
my backpack.
Part of your backpack is just a box.
Dude, I thought about it for just a second. Hatch to Percy just doesn't change.
Mm.
It's just the same color.
Yeah, just like Cat's just
Essentially.
like, what? I didn't take anything. Yeah, the little fucking box.
Is there
It's so
anything
great. 'Cause
else
I
you
haven't
guys would
drawn.
like?
I'm
You can
good.
now put a box on my head.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't drawn Percy's portrait yet, so.
I don't wear a helmet, so it works.
Yeah,
Got two little ear holes in it.
yeah. I'm safe.
Yeah,
No
so
one can touch me in my box.
So the
I'm
things that
good
are
with
still
dice.
left is the pretty ring, the dagger of healing, the mighty acorn, the earring of lightning resistance, the silver silk rope, the chest of the mundane, the skeleton key, the ring of testosterone, the ring of invisibility, the parachute parasol, the ring of the dead, the wooden hand, the ring of good omens, the prayer seal, the preserving jar, the eye of Zin, the Twilight Lyre, the Everwarm mug, the coin purse of abundance, and the immovable rod and wand of wonder.
I think Hatch is gonna walk over to the ring of testosterone and point at it and Maybe.
If you're interested, I could go and ask Douglas what he wants for it, unless you have something to trade me.
Hatch is like sitting back thinking about it for a second. Could you ask, please?
Sure thing. 1 second. He wanders over and communes with Douglas for a moment before he comes back, and he says, the two options he gave you are similar to what other people have gotten before. He either wants your iron stomach or he wants your height.
He's the tallest one in the party.
You imagine he's as short as I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd be so
Tiny
fucking funny.
barbarian. I'm a Goliath. Yeah, sure you are.
Sure, you're, buddy. Yep.
A tree stole my height. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, who's gonna fucking believe you?
Hatch thinks for a second. Mhm. And he kind of like waves
Don't
his
hurt
hand at it.
yourself doing
He
that.
just Hatch just kind of waves at it like and shakes his head like, no.
Okay.
And then man, what item would Hatch have if it was like valuable to him?
Your great axe.
No, that's a no.
He had the silk rope.
So he wouldn't really have
the
any interest
portable
in the.
fireman's
As
pole.
I say, I can tell you right now, he wouldn't have any interest in the great axe. Your hatchet, however, that's a different story.
I got two of those.
Take Hatch's hatchet.
You know the hatchet that he would want, Hatch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
So he can sense like emotional attachment to things, and that's the type of stuff that he values. Sentimental items. Like you could have a gem encrusted whatever, he probably wouldn't want it.
Yeah. I don't like after that offer. Like I don't. Hatch wouldn't be interested in it anymore. Like he's like it's whatever. Like he'll
Would
probably
you take my cool red rock for it?
Probably.
It's a pretty cool rock.
I'll trade the cool red rock for it.
Okay. Well, that's a deal if you want.
Yeah, there you go. You can have it, Hatch.
Alrighty.
Hatch like sitting there like after you gave it to him, and he's just like, he's like looking up and down and goes, "Work."
Well, you guys are so nice to each other. It's nice to see a group of adventurers that gets along so well.
I just look at Hatch and Bran. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Still smiling that I got him to eat dirt.
Yeah, we're working on that
Yeah.
end.
Could eat literal shit.
Yeah, and he will.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just link all the stuff that you guys have gotten so far.
Damn, we got a lot of shit, honestly. Like,
Honestly, it's really good.
I assume if I wanted to trade for that acorn, the tree would want the same things.
Well, I mean, if you have nothing else to trade, there's always the option for getting multiple things, and then he could ask for something different, but it'll usually be something a little bit more valuable then. But then you could get more stuff, or you can get the fancy stuff like the rod and the wand.
What do you want for the acorn? Should I do the silk rope or the skeleton key?
I think the
You
skelly
could do
key
all
would
three
be
if
more
you wanted.
useful.
really? The rope would be. Tie someone up and be like, nah, can't move.
Solidify.
Be able to unlock any door.
So you could do all
Yeah, but
three if you
and
wanted.
then you have to leave it behind, though.
Yeah, you just
You
when
just
you're done.
Well, yeah. When you're done, you just lock it.
Mm.
But it would be on the
No
same
one knows you're
side.
in.
Like if you're trying to get through a door and you put it through that door and unlock it,
It's like
you'd
a
have to
house key
close the
reboot.
door and relock it, so you would be on the same side
Yeah.
that you were initially. So
I'm
if
just
there was-
fucking imagining it's like, okay, and you break the fucking lock off the door.
Cut the
Bring it with
lock
you?
out.
I mean, at that
Yeah.
point, why do you even bother unlocking the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
After
if
it's
you're
all
like
said and done.
If it's like a
breaking into
single
someone's
room, and
room or
yeah, you just
whatever.
go into a room and then you back out of the room after you've done your thing and close it and lock it again, then yeah, that would work.
Become bank robbers.
Have mage hand like on the other side and have it lock it and throw the key
Slide it
under
under the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth noting if you locked the door while it was open, the key wouldn't be able to come out. It doesn't care that the latch is closed, it cares that the door itself is locked.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want, I can ask what he would want from you for all of them.
Sure.
I'll,
Can't take
I'll,
my hideaway because I
I'll
ain't
have
got
him.
any.
Well, oh, I'm sure he could, but I don't think that that's something that he would want from you.
Go from small
I'll go
to
ask.
tiny.
I'll go ask him, and I'll get a list of the things that he may want from you, and then you can choose. How's that?
Sure.
So he goes over and talks with him for a little bit before coming back, and he'll basically have a few different options for you. So if you wanted to get the things separately, I'll basically just give you a list of the remaining things that he could ask for. So
Okay.
your love of animals is worth 1 item. Your iron stomach is worth another item. Your self-worth is worth another item. Your value is worth another item. Your height is worth another item. And your sense of direction is also worth another item. If you would like to trade one thing for all of the items, he would ask for either your victory, your silver tongue, your last breath, or he would ask that you teach him one of your languages.
I will. I'll go one step further and I will teach him 2 languages.
Well, what else would you want for that?
Oh wait, hold on.
If you teach him one of your languages, that's good for all 3 of those things that you asked for. If you
Yeah, I
wanted
was
to
gonna.
get one of the fancy items and you wanted to teach him 2 languages, you could do that.
No, I was gonna be kind and just teach him more than one language, but I have a feeling I might lose how to speak said
Yeah.
language. So let me see.
Just gotta relearn it.
Just give away common.
No. Can you imagine?
I mean, I've got
What?
Comlin, Draconic, Goblin, and Infernal, so I think I could
Comlin.
probably trade away Infernal.
Isn't that
Yeah.
what the kobolds speak though?
No, they
No, I
speak
speak
Draconic.
Draconic.
Oh, they speak Draconic. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I'll trade
yeah.
away Infernal.
No, you haven't taught me any bad words yet.
Yes, I have. Did we do this? I thought I taught you bad words.
He taught you a couple swear words in Draconic, I think. I remember it
Okay.
coming up once at least. So
Okay.
So I will
We
teach
need to work on
him
it.
Infernal.
We have to have like a full 24 hours.
We need to have a Draconic sesh.
So you
Yeah.
take the acorn, the silk rope, and the skeleton key. All 3 of those
Yeah.
things you can now have, and in return, he takes your knowledge of the language of Infernal, and
Do
you
it.
can no longer recall how to speak Infernal.
Okay, that's not terrible because hopefully eventually she'll just be able to get like comprehend languages or some shit.
Yeah, I already have that.
Exactly.
So
Like I
it's
said,
oh, I can...
none of the things he asks for are like super crippling. Like
Yeah.
they're an inconvenience at worst, but nothing is gonna like super screw you over really.
Yeah.
I want the stuff
Okay.
to like the trades need to be worth something at least. They need to be reasonable,
Yeah.
or else there's no reason anyone would trade any of those things. So
I can swear in Draconic, but I can't carry a conversation.
yeah, no.
Sick. We need to work on this.
Right, so things
I
you
don't think
guys
anyone's ever
got-
had to remove a language before.
Yeah, no, probably not. So things you got left is the pretty ring that keeps you all clean and freshly washed and smelling nice. The dagger of healing. The earring of lightning resistance. It's worth noting. It says if the earring takes 6 or more damage, it shatters. It still absorbs the hit. So like if you got like lightning bolted for like 87 lightning damage, it would take all of that lightning damage and you would take none, and the earring would shatter. So
Okay.
it's just if it takes 6 or more. So if somebody hits you with like 5 lightning damage, it wouldn't shatter and it would eat all the damage, and then it would still be fine, still able to take at least 6, that kind of thing. It's just if it takes that much.
Yeah, but then you get like one lucky shot with like a low rank spell. It's like, well, fuck. Like,
Well, yeah, I guess that's the other thing is if somebody deals exactly 6 damage to you with a low level lightning spell, then yeah, it would break. You could also just not put it on for a while and then it
Yeah.
wouldn't matter. But yeah, So there's that. There's the chest of the mundane. There is the ring of invisibility, the parachute parasol, the ring of the dead, the wooden marionette hand, the ring of good omens that causes you to succeed a failed save that you would have, the prayer of the seal that locks doors, preserving jar, the eye of Zin that gives people dark vision, the twilight lyre, the everwarm mug, coin purse of abundance, and then the two big ones again, the immovable rod and the wand of wonder.
I think I'm pretty happy with these.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need anything.
Hatch gives a thumbs up.
Okay. That's everything you guys
He
want.
said he has like regular items, right, to trade.
Yep. Yeah, like basic general store stuff.
Will he accept gold for like the regular items,
Um,
or will he like accept a trade? Like,
he'll still accept a trade. I'd say like if you wanted to try and convince him to take gold for it, you'd probably have to make me. I don't know. I don't even know if you can make a persuasion check.
well, it's like
Honestly, he
I'm just
doesn't really
asking
have any
if he has
value
any more
for it. So.
adventuring clothes like cloaks or like hides to
Yeah,
cover
he
ourselves.
would have all that a bunch of like warm weather gear and then like desert gear kind of thing, light kind of like light, very like airy kind of light colored like cloaks that
Yeah,
would help
yeah,
you
just
kind of
some
stay
like
cool in
just
the
I
heat,
think
that
they're
kind of
just
thing. Or he has
I would just
a
say just your
variety of stuff.
typical adventuring gear.
Yep, I'd say he probably wouldn't take gold for it, but if you wanted to get a bunch of stuff, you could
Maybe,
make a single trade for multiple items.
okay,
Not
gotcha.
it's not near as valuable as the fancy trinkets and stuff he has. So
Because I don't have a use for alchemy supplies, so
well, he still only wants sentimental
and
things, or you can make a deal with Douglas.
got you. Okay.
But you could get multiple things. You could get some food, whatever, a tent, a bedroll, like whatever, a bunch of stuff for a single.
Yeah, we can
trade.
always buy that
Buy
shit
that
Okay.
at
shit.
like an actual, yeah, like
Okay.
an actual count.
Okay. Darn. Okay.
Yeah. His thing is the hut brings him to people who might be in need of it. So on the off chance that there's like somebody that's like starving to death in the middle of the desert or something and that doesn't have any shelter, the hut may appear to them and give them an
Oh,
opportunity to
okay.
save themselves from it. And if they don't have any money on them, which a lot of people in need wouldn't necessarily, they
Yeah.
can trade bits of
Fair.
themselves to kind of get the things that they may need to survive still. So
That's actually super sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you.
Also, it's a little fucked up. He's preying on people who are in such need in order to feed Douglas. Like, it's
yeah,
pretty
they're not,
dark.
Well,
they're
I mean,
not
it's
Lawrence
not
that
that they
hard.
die.
Lawrence only wants sentimental items. It's Douglas who wants all the personality features.
Don't worry about it.
The only thing I can think of that's like personal, I guess, would be like my brewer's supplies.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if it wasn't her arcane focus, he would take a great interest in like the pendant around like size
Oh, yeah.
neck, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, I
Things
was
that have
thinking about that. I was like,
a connection to
ooh.
your past or whatever. He takes interest in
Yeah.
those types of things more so.
I mean, she could give up her earrings. It's the only thing that she like bought for herself when she was living with her aunt and uncle.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a worthy trade for him as well.
Yeah. I
Probably
cannot give
want
it
my
away.
religion. Then.
Yeah, I
I
would
cannot
say
give away
yeah.
my
If
necklace as my
he
arcane
probably
focus.
probably wouldn't trade for a regular weapon, but like yeah, you're blessed by Tempest Warhammer. Yeah, he'd probably take that.
I'm good. Got a
Yeah,
decent
no,
amount
I'm
of
good.
stuff.
I can't.
If I traded that, I wouldn't be able to spread my religion.
Be valuable though. Could trade for a lot of things.
The option is
Oh,
still
gentlemen.
there to trade for anything if you guys want, but if not, he's not keeping you by any means.
I'm happy
Yeah,
with
no.
my box.
So.
Yeah, I don't need anything.
You guys are all just still standing around inside the shop, so.
Guess we'll start
Dip
heading.
out.
Hello.
Okay,
Did
well,
we
it
ever
was
name
nice
horse,
meeting
or is it
y'all.
just
Thank you,
horse?
Lawrence.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe we'll see each other again in the future.
That'd be cool. Do you happen to have 3 brothers?
I don't. Sorry, no. I'm a single for Bulg as far as I am a remember.
Fair enough.
I did in fact take inspiration though from exactly what you're thinking of.
I figured.
I just like furbolgs. Furbolgs are great.
I wasn't expecting him to be from the Midwest.
What do you mean? He's from Canada.
Oh, I hear Midwest.
No, I hear the Canada.
So do I.
If you'd watched Mighty Nine, you'd know exactly where he's from.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
who he's based off, I should say.
Yeah.
Once again, Colin's gonna say, "I'm not surprised. I haven't heard of it."
But
Don't pull my soul.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, he's the accent was like a Fargo accent, so it's definitely Canadian.
Yeah.
It's very heavy Canadian.
I got a little like Doug McKenzie, but
Bob and Doug McKenzie? Doug McKenzie?
yeah.
Oh, those guys are so fucking good. You fucking hoser.
You fucking hoser. Yeah.
You fucking hoser.
Except he's way too polite to say any of those sort of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. All right. Start
Let's
heading
go.
out. Yeah.
Wait, have you heard of a Herb's Herb?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no, I have no idea. I don't even know where we are.
Fair enough.
I
Neither
just
do I.
go wherever Douglas takes me.
Neither do I.
Are we on the material plane? Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
You know you are. He probably wouldn't know if he was or not.
Definitely not the wind plane.
Yeah.
Unless he
Yeah.
gets like steps out foot of the shop and like tries to find a map or has somebody tell him exactly where he is, he probably has no idea.
Mm.
He just goes where Douglas takes him.
Douglas is a
Alright.
plane jumping. Walking
Yeah, I was gonna
hutch.
say he
Yeah.
introduced him as a treant. I would say those with higher intelligence, like probably like Zik and Sai or whatever, you would know like he A doesn't look like a treant, and B treants probably can't cast planeswalk. So there's
Yeah.
definitely something about Doug. But
Keep that in the back of our minds.
Yeah.
but he didn't seem to
Like-
have much ill intention other than the kind of strange deals that he would take for the items. But he does his best to help Lawrence at the very least.
Mm.
I was fully expecting a Bugs Bunny reference. Taking a turn at the wrong plane.
Yeah, took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Yeah. Alright. I start heading back outside.
So you guys all step outside.
Bye, Doug.
Who's the last one to leave?
Probably
I imagine
Bran.
Hatch.
Hatch.
Bran.
You're shoving each other out of the door.
Okay, well, as the last person leaves, you take the last step off of the last step of the porch, kind of back onto like the earth that you came out from, and you feel the breeze kind of come back through the woods, and you turn around to give one last glance at the hut, and it's gone.
Oh.
Huh. Yeah.
That's why we
So I'm
didn't
really
hear it.
concerned because he helps people in quote unquote need. Like, are we able to get fucked here?
Honestly, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these
Well,
items you're gonna need. I'm not gonna tell you what, but
Yeah.
What the
It's
fuck is
fine.
my coin supposed to do? As I'm flipping
Hatch
it.
like leans over the dirt, just scoops.
Starts eating
He starts eating
Every
dirt.
so often, as we're in the cart, he just leans all the way over and like scrapes the spoon on the fucking ground.
Like it turns into like the ice cream scoop, essentially.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I made that purchase. It was worth every penny that I gave.
every copper.
Every moment of time.
Yeah.
Actually, every time I see him use it, it is worth that
Worth
deal.
it. Yeah.
Alright, so
Imagine gets pulled out, come back. We all got TP gate. Like, huh? Some of the only survivors.
I'll also
I
say
guess
that
I get my spoon back.
what you were worried about with the iron stomach is not what he would have taken.
Oh.
So but yeah, you guys proceed down the road. You get back in the cart and head out with the memory of the wandering warehouse and Lawrence and Doug firmly in your memories.
Very cool.
Proceed back out on the road northwest towards wherever you might find Herb's Herbs. You guys travel for the rest of the day before having to stop and set up camp. You guys can all mark off your next days of rations.
Great.
I mean,
Does Hatch have to?
Nope, not if he wants to eat dirt.
I'm gonna eat dirt.
As he sure does.
Remember, Thomas, because you weren't on the thing yet.
Nice.
Mark off
Set up
additional
my trap.
8 rations. 'cause
Your
of
hunting trip?
last time.
Sure. Roll
8
me a
rations.
survival check.
Yeah. So 8 plus another 2,
DC
so you're feeding me.
15, and you can supply food for yourself and one other. DC 12 to supply food for yourself.
I get nothing.
You get nothing.
Also, I don't know if you added that 28 gold from last time either.
I just pretty much when I was buying stuff, I like.
Yeah. I know, but we earned that the money from reporting the people. I don't know if you added my share. I don't,
Yeah, I
anyway.
did. You
Uh,
gave me like no,
uh,
you didn't give me 20. You only gave me you gave me a small amount to like, hey, buy me rations.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying after that, when you were
Oh, I
here.
see.
Yeah, like the other
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
I'll send you a list of stuff anyway.
Because are you holding your rations or no?
No, you're holding my rations. I'm holding my water
Okay.
skin.
Okay. So we have 6 rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we effectively have 3 days worth of food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, technically, we have unlimited food if we just use the spoon.
yeah, it doesn't require attunement. You
You
can
know
pass
what?
it off
I'm
to
gonna
each other
starve.
if you want.
I'm gonna choose to starve.
I'll die before I eat rocks.
Yeah, my pride will kill me.
I'm just gonna spoon feed
Actually, the
people.
6th level of exhaustion would kill you. But yeah, so you guys all stop, set up camp, eat for the night, all take rest. I assume you guys all take watches and things like that. But the main ring road is fairly safe, and you don't really have much issue to run into. You proceed with travel for the next day, and about noon, as you guys are making your way down the trail, you notice like a small trail that splits off to your guys' left. It disappears a little bit deeper into the woods, and you see a small wooden sign that's kind of pounded into the dirt right next to it with an arrow pointing down the path, and it says, "To Herb's."
Oh.
I think it's a sign.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wide enough for the cart to fit down, or is it like
Yeah.
tiny?
That's still wide enough. It
Okay.
doesn't look like it's like a main, like the one you were on. Like there's space for the cart and space for people on either side of you and stuff. Like if another cart came
Oh.
in the opposite direction, you guys could probably both stay on the trail while making your way around. This is much more of like a narrow kind of footpath. There's enough room for the cart, but like off either edge of the cart then is like going into a little bit of ditch before hitting into the forest. So
Alright, I guess we head back down there.
Should we flip a coin and see what way we go?
No.
Oh, come on.
I got you that. Use it responsibly, please.
right. Yeah. So you
I'm flipping the
guys.
coin.
Can I see into the future? I don't know. Maybe? I'm a
What?
school of divination.
Depends how you want to flavor portents.
Yeah.
So it's like when I played Mithrix, my divination wizard, he would flavor portents by him glimpsing into different realities and seeing that in a different reality this thing failed, so he's choosing to change it to go down a different reality so that it succeeds, or vice versa.
So
that
Doctor
kind of thing.
Strange.
Okay.
So it's however you want to
See.
flavor it, but
God damn.
9/11.
You
Had
know what?
one good roll and like 6 I've done.
Listen, you can
So-
still use them though.
True.
Wait, no. You can force dex saves on enemies.
Yeah.
They kill things. Dex saves kill people.
True. True.
True.
Someone casts like a high level blade or I don't know, something. It's like, nope, you fail.
Fireball.
yeah. So you guys take the path left and continue down this trail towards Herbs. You travel for the entirety of the rest of the day before you eventually have to stop, set up camp again. You can all mark off another day's worth of rations, and move on
Hey.
to your next day. Also, Percy,
Nice.
again, if you just want to roll survival for every single night that you camp to see if you can provide.
See, we're gonna have to go foraging for nuts and berries here right away.
Hey,
That you're able to provide food for yourself and one other.
Zick.
Hey, thank you. I was waiting to mark off a ration to see if you rolled good enough.
please. We'll say if you get over 20, you can provide for, or if you roll a natural 20. 'cause
So
you
if
don't
I
have a
roll
bonus
a nat
to-
20.
yeah, so if you roll a natural 20, you can provide for 3 people, including yourself. So
Oh, Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yourself and 2 others. And actually, just so that I can make it easier to remember, we'll just make the DC go up by 5 for each thing. So DC 10, provide to yourself. DC 15 to provide for 2 people. DC 20 to provide for 3 people.
That's
That way,
good. Yeah.
that way I
Works for
don't
me.
have to forget about it. Yeah. So you guys keep traveling then on your next day. About like fairly still early in the morning. You haven't made it overly far away from the main ring road. You notice that the trees hem in close to the wagon trail, and it winds itself through the depths of the forest. You see steep embankments thick with brush flank the route, and a putrid scent begins to fill the air. A guttural growl alerts you to movement on the ridge above you, and as you look up, you see a repulsive pig-like creature looking down at you. It snarls as it lifts itself onto its hind legs, and you see movement behind it as 2 more approach and begin to drool and snap their jaws at you. I will move you guys to a map here, but then I will ask you to roll me some initiative.
Oh.
It's
Man, bear pig.
That's literally
Oh, 19. Let's go.
Gotta be faster than that.
Well, I'm not.
How'd you get yours to roll through?
I don't know. It didn't roll through, but it didn't go onto the turn order. So
we're a
Yeah,
rogue,
mine's not even
baby.
rolling through to the.
Yeah, I think even like the last time it was doing that, like mine was still going through, but I think it was like my deck saves were like letting me
Weird.
roll.
So weird.
Isn't there?
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Hold on.
Oh, I can just.
You said you got 16, Zik?
No, 21.
I got a
21.
+3 to mine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll a
Yeah.
d20 in here.
I can send a pic if you need.
No, I believe you. I just wanted to know what you had.
It was 19, but I forgot to add modifier.
All good.
I wonder if I turn off digital dice roll.
I got a
That's why.
15 because of the
In total?
+3.
Roger. Add you 15, and then I'll send you guys a picture of what it is you're looking at here. I'll
I'm
send
saying,
it
am I
in,
so short I can't see it?
send it in Discord because it is on the ridge above you. So there's
Okay.
I specifically kind of have it plotted out.
It kind of worked out that Giovanni's not here because now
forward.
everyone fits in the cart.
He was always sitting on the
Oh, yeah.
Lucancer's disc, so it worked out anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of see, I guess, mildly about where the tokens are, but for the most part, you don't really have a super good view at them because you're quite low and they're just like peeking at you over the ledge up top. But I will post in the artwork here. Looking at these guys, they're about the same size as like
Oh,
almost like a pig.
Yeah.
They're technically small creatures, although they're a little bit kind of fattier and musclier. It's like some weird humanoid cross between a boar and something else. But
Something grotesque.
yeah. So I will roll initiative for them.
It is man, bear, pig.
Actually.
Sort. Alrighty. Let's throw on some music.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll turn it down. Sorry. But yeah. So, if Zik, you were the first to react, what would you like to do?
God damn it, it's muted. I can just barely see a sliver of this guy right here, so I will shoot a shield thatch. Does a nat 25 hit?
Damn.
I think it does. Let me double check their AC. Ooh, actually, it doesn't.
Damn. So
Really
total of
missing.
10 necrotic.
Nice.
Okay,
It looked
can't
like it
regain
made
health.
him bloody. Didn't like that.
Scrub.
Doesn't look like an overly strong creature. Also, here, I'll get rid of these lighting barriers, 'cause at least for the cliff in front of me, so you guys get a better view.
That's it.
I just picture, I hear the rat cheering.
It's sitting on my head like Ratatouille.
All right, Percy.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
I will Pull of the Dead, the one that big hit. DC 13 Wisdom.
Fail.
It's a D12 instead.
Yeah, when you click on the Toll the Dead, it should ask you like, are they damaged? And
Yeah, chip damage.
then, hey, damage is damage. Is that it? Or are you wanting to move? Anything else?
No, that'll be it for me.
Hatch.
Patch muted.
I am in
Dan?
fact muted.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, my bad. I apologize. Hatch will take his crossbow and take a shot at this one.
Ooh, 22 definitely hits. You see it sink into like the upper portion of his body, kind of where he's like kind of standing up on his back legs. So he shows his torso a little bit more, and see the arrow sink in with the bolt, and kind of snarls and growls at you as he kind of winces a little bit.
And that's my turn.
This is going to be them. So they are going to start climbing their way down this cliffside here.
Oh, there's more.
One's at the back. Dash.
There's more.
That's what I said.
And these ones at the front, you hear them like make this like almost like a burping kind of growling sound as you see this like almost like a cloud of just this odor start extruding from their mouths. It's a 10-foot radius around them. So
They got that stank breath.
we got that
Stinky.
stink. So Hatch gets hit by that one, and Zick gets hit by that one. 'Cause that's as much as they can move without dashing. So I need Hatch and Zick to both make me a Constitution saving. You may have to.
Come on.
Will it
Come on,
push
do the
through?
thing.
Okay, at least I want the only one.
All right, so 18 plus 4 is 22.
Sidebar, what? Did it go through?
Just quick.
Try again. Okay, it's just not working. Ooh, Yeah, it's so weird how it's not pushing through.
Yeah, it's just been doing it all the time recently. Don't know exactly what the deal is.
Fucked up the source code.
Back.
Oh,
You might just need to
where did-
uninstall and reinstall Beyond 20.
Yeah.
Where'd the turn tracker go?
I just did that,
Alright.
and that's what got rid of
It's so
the.
annoying that if I minimize the turn tracker, it minimizes it for you guys.
I think if you double click on it.
This guy's
yes,
dashing,
yes.
so he's not going to be able to do anything. The other two are the steppers. So Hatch, you succeed, and well, I've unminimized the turn tracker now, so that's why you have to. So Hatch succeeds, Zik fail. So you are. Sorry, this is technically something that would happen at the beginning of your turn, so it doesn't happen yet. But you will be poisoned until the start of your next turn. While poisoned in this way, the target can take either an action or a bonus action on its turns, not both, and you cannot take reactions.
Yep.
Essentially a dumbed down version of slow. But
I don't have bonus actions.
perfect. It, however, does not affect you until the start of your turn. The other one's all dashed, though, so that's going to be their turns. Rengar.
So Colin, if I were to go with, so Hatch is standing, or I guess sitting on the horse.
Yeah.
Would I be able to proc sneak damage if I go here? Or like, right
Because
where
Hatch
that
is still
token is, but-
mounted on the horse, I would say no. If he dismounted and was next to it, then it would.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
as it sits now, he's technically in mounted combat, so.
Okay, then I guess I will just do the.
And your horse is not a combatant, or else that would count.
I'll just take a light crossbow shot at the one that's been damaged
Okay.
in the middle. Let's go
Nice, yeah, absolutely hits.
for 5.
Alrighty, he is looking super messed up. Like he is barely holding on.
And then I'm gonna hop out of the cart.
Okay, that's half movement.
Half movement. Okay, so that's half 25. It's
You can just round down.
15 feet left.
We'll just say 10.
Alright, and then I'm going there.
Alrighty. Sai.
How tall is this cliff again?
The one behind them is about 15 feet.
15. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna double check one thing.
Are you doing Pythagorean's theorem to see if you can Misty Step up there?
No, I was seeing if I, because I have
Nope.
the frost fingers, which is it only reaches 15 feet, so it'd be like a little too far away, I think, unfortunately. But I was like, if I just teleport behind them, frost fingers. Instead, I can shoot over Zik, right?
Yep,
It will
one
be-
one person in your
okay.
way is not an issue. It's when you get more than
Okay,
one person
I-
then it starts becoming a
I'm just gonna like rest my arm on his head and shoot the one in front of me with a ray of frost.
problem.
Steady yourself on top of
Yeah.
Zik.
yeah.
my
Don't
arm
move.
gets extra cold for a second. Yeah. It's reverse William Tell. Oh no, it was almost a 20. Sad.
Fortunately, a 7 does not seem to
Eh,
hit.
Yeah, I figured as much. And I don't really have a bonus action that is helpful here, so that's my turn.
Zik, you are now poisoned.
Okay. I guess I will attack the one that's almost dead. I'll hit him with another chill touch. Not even pushing my attack rolls through now. Cool, cool.
Oh,
There it is.
Oh, sweet, just took forever. 11.
And this is on the same one that was damaged already?
Yeah.
And 11 does hit.
Shit. 5.
And that drops him. You notice the
This is standard
cloud that
breath
he left.
roll.
No, the cloud that he left behind still stays like drifting in the air. Kind
Okay.
Hmm.
And I can move, right? That's not one of my things I can't do.
Yeah, pretty sure it's just action or reaction, or action or bonus action on its turn, not both, and can't take reactions.
Okay, that is my turn.
Alrighty, Percy.
I'm going to use my feline agility to jump out and then up to there. And time to give a religious bonk.
A 19 certainly bonks.
And I'm going to divine smite it.
Ooh,
Divine smite.
Get him!
level 2, level 2.
Six. So it's 6 damage from just that, and then so 14 damage in total.
Nice. Alrighty.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Also, needless to say, that one, although he had not been hit before, he is now looking pretty messed up.
So you got the
Tempest
tokens
guides.
health to work.
Obviously,
Or was it showing it now?
I gotta hit. Yeah,
Okay, good.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they're not
get.
all synced.
I'm definitely gonna get out of the cart.
Okay. Half your movement to dismount the
And-
horse.
Right. And I'm gonna swing the one right in front of me with my great axe.
Okay. Six does not hit, unfortunately. Manages to duck out of the way. It's fairly slow moving, but it's pretty small too, so it's kind of hard to hit. Would you like to do anything else, or is that it?
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. So first, we'll start off by moving all of the other guys like that. Dash. These guys as a group.
Yeah, apparently the initiative and stuff not working is a known bug, and they're trying to work on it right now.
Oh, okay.
Really? Good to know.
It's literally just like one dude, so
Yeah, fair.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
Just
a
one
ro-
guy. You can go
Is it a
subscribe to his
Roll20 issue
Patreon.
or D&D Beyond issue, or the Beyond 20
D&D
issue?
Beyond, they did an update and then that broke.
Oh,
the
it's a
Roll20,
Beyond
so-
20 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, his name's Kakarot, I think, right?
Decim.
Alright, so those guys all dashed. One of them gets up to Percy. This guy's gonna run up, and he's gonna swing at Hatch. He lashes out with his claws for a 21 for 6 points of slashing damage. And he is going to attempt to bite you for a 17
17 hits.
for 4 points of piercing.
Ow.
Right. And then the other one beside you that has not done its cloud yet.
Thank
Gonna
bread.
release its fetid cloud. Circle here. And we're not gonna
No, not horsey.
We're not going to worry about rolls until the start of their turns, except for, well, it doesn't do any damage, so since your horsey isn't combatant, it's not really going to affect
Sorry, how long does the poison last for?
him until the start of your next
Okay, so I can get.
So he does his cloud, which will encompass Percy and Hatch, which they don't do. Well, no, because you rolled to see if you were poisoned at the start of your last turn there, so until it becomes your turn again, you are still poisoned. So you won't have reactions.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be much of an issue unless you plan on using a reaction for something in the next couple turns, but until then.
Okay.
The other one's all dashed, so that's your turn. Rangard. That's why I'm not going to have Percy and Hatch roll yet. I'm just going to wait till the beginning of their turn. That way it makes a little more sense.
25 feet. I would like to make it a. Ooh. Yeah,
Crazy
Brandon's just been using daggers, so he's just gonna continue to use a dagger. No, it's not superior.
Stab, stab, stab.
I do not.
Ooh. No, you don't.
Big miss.
I would like to bonus action. Fuck, what is it
Full
called?
on.
The bonus action dash. There we go.
You mean disengage or dash?
Dash,
Okay.
and then allow opportunity attack.
Swinging out at you with its claws.
13. Or sorry, 12. 12 to hit me.
Well,
Nope.
20
Yeah.
certainly does then. For 6 slashing.
So 6 slashing on Hatch, right? Is that what I heard?
No, that's
No.
No, on
on Brand.
Brand.
Bran.
Sorry.
Turn Brand?
Take 6 slashing if you
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay if you take 6.
want.
They're not going to lose any extra attacks, but I mean, if you want to take 6 slashing, more than welcome.
No.
Right. It's I.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I use Gust to blow away the poison clouds, would it prevent Percy and Hatch from getting poisoned?
One way to find out.
I will do so. We'll use Gust.
Not a
to
bad
kind of
idea.
Blow away the clouds of poison, yeah. It's a check, so it's not really a roll, so I'm not really sure.
It disperses the poisonous cloud.
Yeah. That's all I can
Cloud
do on
lasts
this
for
turn,
1
so-
minute or until a strong wind disperses it. So
Hey,
that absolutely
Alright.
works.
that's all I. Yeah, that's all I can do. So that's my turn.
Alrighty. Dick, beginning of your turn, you are no longer poisoned. What would you
I'm
like?
gonna use the restroom again.
I will attack the one to Hatch's west that is injured. And with another chill touch. 16 for 8 necrotic.
No, it's to Hatch's left, is it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Absolutely enough to finish him off.
Hey.
It worked.
He drops.
Chronic hand just grabs him by the throat and shakes him.
Bart Simpson. Down.
Yeah. Why are you
The
little?
tongue just sticks out and goes all snake-like. Yeah. Alright, is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Percy.
Give the one above me a good bonk.
Bonk away.
Oh, I
Bonk.
could have used Nick for advantage. God damn it.
Coulda.
Forgot about that.
7 bludgeoning. Yeah, let's make it another spicy bonk.
Yeah.
For 17 total.
Divine bonk.
Oh. It is
Ugh.
barely holding on.
Death note worthy.
It did not like that, it would seem. I assume that's your turn, or do you want to move it all?
Nope, that is it for me.
Ready? Hatch.
So Hatch is gonna get a little angry,
Don't rage.
and he's gonna take a big swing with his great axe again to the only one that's right in front of him, or to his east.
Definitely hits for 4 slashing.
That's full.
Starting to look bloodied.
If I recall, always forget. Oh, I think I already add the +2 if I recall right. Yeah.
It didn't add it that time. +2 that it added there is just your strength modifiers.
Oh, so I'm just gonna roll So
Not a
yeah,
roll,
it'll be
just an
16.
It
extra 2.
doesn't add your rate damage if
Yeah,
that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So yeah, just 6 damage,
Alrighty.
and that is my turn.
So the Dretch to your right is going to slash at you. Claw you. 8 misses. And it's going to try and bite you. 13.
Misses.
Alrighty. The one in front of Percy is going to. I guess I'm going to slash at you. Same thing. Claw attack.
No.
11. And bite attack. And
No.
big misses.
Tempest is not with them.
These 2 are going to run up. The one to your left is going to claw. That 1. And bite. 14.
18 AC.
And then the one above you
You
is going to
fucking nice.
attack your horse.
No.
Claw attack.
You leave him
For
alone.
16, which hits. 4 slashing. And a bite.
They're making another attack. I'm gonna. Oh.
Oh, what? Sorry. You wanted to.
I was just gonna change the roll.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I went too fast with that, I feel. So yeah, I'll allow that. You started to say it. What do you want to change it
I'm
to?
just seeing what it was. 6.
6? Okay,
Yeah.
so 6 plus 6 is
Blah,
the
blah, blah.
modifier.
Ooh,
And the
that's probably
horse
still
has an
gonna hit.
AC of 10. So it is still
Ew.
going to hit.
Sorry, horsey.
We tried.
For
Oh,
1
nice.
whole piercing damage. It slashes across the horse's kind of like upper right haunch of its leg and kind of bites in around the back of its mane.
You see the horse pop up on the turn tracker.
Yeah. Kick.
It was this one?
Yeah,
All of a sudden grows like giant
Hatch as a
wings.
target.
target acquired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's more of them.
Oh.
I was zoomed in. I didn't see them.
Yeah, that's how I play too.
Alrighty.
Shit.
That is
Yeah,
going to be
we
their
need that.
turn. Rengarn.
I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor on myself. And move there. That's my turn.
That. Die.
I would like to. Yeah, I'm going to Ray of Frost, the one next to Hatch.
Okay.
God damn it! I can't roll shit today. That's a miss. That's all I can do. That is my turn.
Alrighty. Zick.
Let's see. So it's half movement to jump out of the cart, right?
Same as dismounting a horse or something like that. Or getting up off the ground.
Got 30, 15, 30. I'll just hit.
Being able to scuttle.
I'll just hit the one to the right of Hatch with another chill touch, I guess.
14 hits.
15 for 7 necrotic.
That's 6 HP left.
Hey, let's go. Leslie,
Percy. We're surrounded. Kind of.
I'm just gonna finish off the one that I've been hitting.
Alrighty.
hopefully.
13
That hits.
for 6.
Has 1 HP left. So.
We got him.
That'll be it.
Alrighty. Hatch.
Who Hatch is gonna hit?
Yeah, I wonder.
Hatch is about to have a heyday.
Sorry. Muted again. I'm gonna move. straight to this guy.
He's learning from Nathan. Oh, I'm supposed to start all my turns with my mic muted and then dead silence. I understand.
You're,
And I'm
you're
gonna
coming
swing
what along
my
well.
great axe. We're swinging the great axe.
Nice.
So 8 points of
certainly
damage.
hits. 8. Not quite looking bloodied after that.
And that's my turn.
You just keep moving, Brangarn? What do you do?
Oh, I'm measuring distance. I didn't realize I was grabbing token.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like
Really?
measuring distance because like if you hold
Also,
your
you
token,
stop
you can
at the
measure
spot.
out how far you can go.
Yeah. Well, you can do it with the measure tool. Or with the measure tool.
Well,
too.
like I don't like doing that because then everyone sees it, right?
You can just turn that
You can
off.
hide
Everyone
it
sees it
from others.
anyways.
I'll say right at the bottom, just turn off broadcast to others. And then it only
okay.
shows me
Okay.
for the measure tool. That way you don't move the token around by accident and stuff like that.
So you guys can't see the blue line anymore?
Nope.
Okay.
Only I can. And I don't mind if you have it up. It's not a big deal. If you're measuring
Okay.
distances for attacks and stuff, it's probably fine.
Yes.
And we could still see your movement when you're moving your token anyways, so...
Oh.
Yeah, so that's after Hatch's turn is going to be the Gretches again. So they are both... yeah, they're both
Attack
going
me,
to
don't attack
release...
the horse.
They're both going to release their fetid cloud. So we'll...
Horse is poisoned.
No.
Doesn't do anything to the horse, really, though.
Yeah. So,
His head's just like a little too far above it.
well, he might still get affected by it, but since he's not fighting or anything like that, it doesn't matter that he only has an action or bonus action, not both, that kind of thing.
Mhm,
Doesn't really make a statistical change. So,
Make a con save, correct?
not until the start of your turn, so
Okay.
don't worry about it. So they're each going to do that. This one's going to run up. We'll say here. It's going to attack you, Hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Claw. 20. 3, half to 1 because you're raging.
Mm-hmm.
And then a bite attack. 21. 2 piercing, half to 1.
2 whole damage.
2 whole damage. These guys are going to run up and they're going to take the dodge action. Actually, that makes sense. Turn targets. They do not take the dodge action. They're going to dash. Fill in all the empty spaces as they kind of swarm you guys. Brangarn.
Alright, I'm gonna make a dagger attack. For 17.
Add it.
Okay. I'm clicking dagger damage, but it's not pushing through.
So if you just click, like in roll 20, if you just click dagger where it's like it's pink.
Yeah, that's what I was clicking it. It's not rolling it for me.
Oh really?
Yeah. Are you able to click it, Colin?
No, I'm not. Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess
well,
I will
guess
just do
just
this
roll
then.
the d4 manually, or you can roll it in D&D Beyond and just tell me what it. Oh, there you go. Oh.
So a total of 9. And then I'm going to use Nick, which grants me another attack.
Okay.
For
that also
22.
hits.
And then that would just be a d4 for 4 damage
Nice.
again. And then offhand attack dagger again. Or offhand dagger, bonus action dagger, I guess. For nothing.
Yeah, and that one does. Miss.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm done.
Alrighty. Sigh.
Probably should have disengaged, but oh well. Thought I could kill it.
I'm gonna blow away the poison again.
Alrighty.
Is Gust a spell?
It is
Cantrip.
a cantrip.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Clutch.
right?
Logs.
Mm-hmm.
Hacks. And yeah, I still can't do anything else, so that's my turn.
Bless.
I'm being utility wizard right now, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, that works.
That's
Prevented
great.
Percy and Hatch from having to make the saves to be poisoned. Zik.
Can I climb onto the horse?
Sure.
I would like to go there, and I'd like to use my bonus action to Draconic Cry.
That's everyone within 10 feet.
Yeah, everyone within 10 feet, so that should hit mostly everybody.
I'm good back here, don't worry.
But is it allies or is it enemies get disadvantage?
You let out cry at enemies within 10 feet of you until the start of your next turn. All you and your allies have advantage on attack rolls.
Oh, okay, so it just affects the enemies that are within.
Yes,
He's
the allies
4,
don't have to be
basically.
within 10. Okay. And then I will attack the one to Percy's south, I guess.
Mark all the ones that are affected with the little red dot.
Ooh,
The red is for Zik.
4. Whole one necrotic.
I'm sorry, you
I
were
give him a
attacking the
slap.
one to Percy's south, you said?
Yes.
Alrighty.
And I will fall back, and that is my turn.
Okay, Percy.
I'll bonk the one to my south. For 5.
Alright, had 4 HP left.
I guess,
So that is not.
well-
You have advantage anyways, but
Yeah,
it
it
wasn't
would have killed it.
so.
That'll be it for me.
Alrighty, Hatch.
Alright, starting from doing the good old is it called
There we
cleave?
go.
Cleave. Yep.
So
Poopy.
I recall cleave is like I can do 2 additional targets, once per long rest. I'm gonna do all 3 of the guys.
Well, the cleave has been changed with the new
Oh, sorry, my
2024
bad.
books
What
or
was it?
whatever. So now the Great Axe Cleave, whenever you hit a creature, you can make a second attack on another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within your reach. If you hit, you deal your weapon damage dice, but not your ability score modifier. You can add rage damage, though. So you'd make an
Cool.
attack on one of them, and then if you hit it, then you can make another attack on another one within 5 feet.
So great axe to the one on my west.
That hits for 8 damage
So
because
8
you're rage.
points. And then
Oh, you have advantage, by the way, because of Zik's cry.
Thanks,
So you
if you
can
crit
roll
them.
to see if you crit.
big number, please.
Nope.
Aw.
So, anyways, because you hit that one, now you can make another attack on one within 5 feet of it and within your reach. So either the one to your top left or the one above you.
Let's do the one above me.
Okay. You will also have advantage on that one because of Zik's cry.
Cool.
You won't add your modifier to this one, so it
Oh,
will
okay,
just
so
be
I
whatever
think-
number is rolled because your modifier is the same as
So-
your rage damage. So,
So
yeah.
you have a 14 and a 9.
wait, what? What do you mean 14 and 9?
Oh, you said no modifier, right?
The damage. So you're to roll to hit, you still have 13 and 18, so 18 with advantage.
Oh.
And then we'll just use whatever your first damage number rolled was because it rolls both of them. So
Okay.
it still does your d12, but instead of adding the +2 from your strength and then the +2 from your rage, you would just add the +2 from your rage. So it's basically
Okay, so
whatever
it's
number
about
it's
5
so it's
So it's 5
so it's the
damage
5, yeah. So yeah, so you can attack one less target than the cleave that I had put in, but the better thing about that is that it's not once per long rest. You can just do that as many times as you would like.
Oh.
So all of the new
Cool.
fighting features and stuff like that aren't limited to once per long rest. So they're a little bit
Nice.
weaker than the ones that I had added, but you can use them as many times as you want.
Honestly, the dagger
I'll
one
take-
feels great.
Yeah, it adds a lot of versatility to martial classes as opposed to I go up and I attack it. That's the end of my turn. So I enjoy it.
Okay.
thoroughly.
Goodbye.
Who died?
He's back.
He's back.
Alive!
That was
He
such a
blacked out
roller
for a
coaster of
second.
emotion.
I hate it here. All right, I'm back.
Actually, I missed that.
No
Alright,
more-
and
Okay, so that was Hatch's
Not
turn.
again.
And
That
now
was
it's
my
going to be
turn.
the Dretches.
SMO clicked on another voice channel.
Oh, oops.
Whoops. So the one to the left of Percy is going to attack him. Claws. Miss.
Nope.
Bite. 14? I don't think that hits. Pretty sure you have chainmail and stuff, so. We'll assume that is a no. So then the one above you is also going to attack you. Claw for 14. Bite for 16.
Nope.
Nice. And the two above Hatch are going to attack him. Claw. Bite.
The claws hit.
Alright. For 5 slashing, halved to 2.
Yep.
And then the one right above you. Claw. Bite. I believe both hit.
They both hit.
So
But the
18
Stone
or-
Endurance, the claw hit.
So it's only going to be 3 slashing because of the rage anyways. So as long as you roll at least... Well, I think you get to add your on modifier, so I think even at minimum you would
Ooh.
cancel out all of it, right?
So. Okay. Let me just check.
I think it's a d12 plus your con, or is it your
Yeah,
barbarian level or
D12.
something? I don't know.
1d12 plus 2. So it would just cancel it regardless.
Yeah, so even if you roll a 1, you still cancel it. Then the second one hits for 3
One.
piercing, half to 1. Alright, Vanguard.
Does anybody this I have advantage on this attack, so I'm gonna do another dagger poke. Advantage. 12 is the advantage roll.
Hits.
Does it hit?
Yep, it hits. Sorry, I thought that picked up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Also, Zick, your allies have advantage until your next turn, right?
I believe so. Let me check.
5 piercing.
Yeah, until the start of my next turn.
Yep. 5 piercing. And then I'm gonna use the nick feature of the dagger.
9 miss. Oh, you have advantage still?
Yep.
17.
17.
Hits.
And then this is where I do with the straight roll for 3.
Okay.
Bonus action disengage.
Alright. Your
That's
turn.
it.
Sigh.
Yep.
Gone. Which one has disadvantage? Actually, it doesn't matter.
You have advantage with the ones with the red dots
Oh, I have advantage with
on
the ones with
attack
red
rolls.
dots. Ooh, okay. All right. I will Ray of Frost that one then.
Okie dokie.
That's a 12.
Hopefully better luck than your other rolls.
Yeah.
Starting
Thank you
strong.
for
17
starting
does hit.
strong, ended bad, but like first one hits. It's 4 cold damage, and his speed is reduced by 10.
So you notice the cold
Yeah,
damage
10
doesn't
feet.
seem to quite hurt him as much as you would think it would.
Ah, well, fuck.
But he does still have his speed boost. So give him a little blue icon for that.
Yeah.
I just have to let my dog out.
If that's your turn?
Yep.
Sick. The advantage goes away.
Yes. I will attack the injured one directly north of Percy with a shield touch.
Shield it. Ooh.
He did.
Well, it has
Hopefully.
2 HP left, so you can't.
Well,
do
12
any-
necrotic. And
He
that is
did,
my
but-
turn.
It's just enough. All right, Percy.
I'm going to use my action to lay on hands for Hatch for 10 HP.
Your bonus action, you mean, right?
Is it a bonus? It says it's an action
It
and
does. We talked about this last time that we changed it. because that's one of the updates they did for Paladin. And I like a lot of the
Yeah.
changes they made for a lot of the characters, although a lot of them are garbage. There are some good ones in there. So I'm stealing all the good
forgot
ones.
about that.
Yeah, you just, I don't know
as
if there's a
bonus
way to
action
note it
now.
a little easier. I know there's not really going to be a good way to change that on your character sheet, but
Yeah.
do your best to remember.
Uh,
Same with all the
a
weapon
bonus
attack
action
things and
heal
stuff.
hatch for 10.
Okay.
And
Really
then
me
I'll,
for 10?
yeah.
Dude,
And then I'll
you...
give a bonk to the west.
Roger Dodger. Yeah, I like that because it gives you the option to either use, as a paladin, to use your bonus action for either a smite
9.
or for a lay on hand. So you can kind of choose, but
Mhm.
either way, you still get to use your action. Which is nice. 9 damage. Oh,
Yeah.
is, again, just barely holding out.
That'll be it for me.
Alright, Hatch.
Great axe. Big swing. I'm the one to the north.
17 hits. 9.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, plus 2 from your rage damage, which actually is exactly enough to kill him.
Yeah!
Cleave it.
And obviously, I'm going to do the cleave and immediately swing to the left.
Okay.
So,
15 also.
still
hits.
10
10.
points of damage.
Another 12. Dang.
No,
Big
just
hit.
10.
No, just 10.
Oh,
because it
right, yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
do the
because it's
strength.
not. Alright, thank you.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next is going to be the Dretches. They do not have the intelligence to flee, so they're going to fight tooth and nail.
Fucking bring it.
They can still win.
Say they've not had luck attacking Percy, so this front here. I'm gonna move this way, and they're
Yes,
both
get in
going to
fight
attack
view of me.
Hatch. Well, they're both attacking. So 12, that misses. 5. The other one, 6. Oof. And nat 20. For
Oh!
And
let's see what happens.
so,
It-
1d.
3
One
whole
damage.
piercing damage, half to 1. What a crit.
On a crit, still does 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Brangarn. It's funny because the
Pretty cool
first time they
damage.
hit, they nearly brought Hatch to like half health, and now it's just like pittance.
Oh no, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, like, literally the rage was saving me because, like, yeah, I would have just been,
Yeah.
like, down at this point. And
It's like
then
it's a
Percy
class
was like,
feature.
hey, healing. Yeah.
So I main attack Nyx, and then 7 points of damage.
Yeah, that's easily enough to finish him. With 1 whole hit point left.
That's it.
Sorry.
Well, I feel like I'm smart enough to be like, alright, frost didn't work. Like,
You notice it still did
Uh,
damage, but like the frost, as it like collected on the skin, like immediately started to melt. It's like their bodies gave off an innate kind of heat.
Weird. Anyway, I don't think I have anything like rocks or anything in my range at the moment, so I'm just gonna mine Sliver, the last guy.
Okay, that's a
So I
wisdom
need
save. Oh,
intelligence. For 13.
Fine.
All right. Ooh, nice. 5 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on the next saving throw. Or sorry, 1d4 disadvantage. No. Hang on, brain. Okay, I subtract 1d4 from the next
1d4
saving
from the
throw.
next
for this.
saving
Yeah,
throw.
thank you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, brain shut off there for a second. Yeah, okay. All right, and that's my turn.
Did you mind sliver yourself?
Yeah, actually though,
Right, Zick.
maybe a little bit dumber.
1 left. It's looking pretty messed up.
Well, I guess I'll attack the last one standing.
That's certainly gonna
high
happen.
rolls today.
I roll
For necrotic.
had 3 HP left.
Hey, let's go.
Ooh.
The last one drops. guys are freed from combat.
Nice.
Tempest guided us.
Oh.
So let's put on some foresty music.
Medicine.
Hatch is gonna turn to Percy and after he puts away his great axe and just holds out his hand for a handshake.
I'll shake your hand.
Mm.
How's the horse doing?
Hatch is gonna
I think it took
immediately
one
look at the
damage.
horse.
Yeah, it took some damage.
Stabs with the dagger of healing.
No, don't stab the
I
horse.
don't think we grabbed
You
that
guys
one.
don't
No, we
have a
didn't.
dagger
No.
now.
Yeah,
Can't believe you didn't want the dagger of healing.
yeah.
That'd be perfect for emos.
Yeah. Damn. That's all fucked up.
That was dark.
It's not wrong though. It gets the effect. But
Dude,
also
no,
kinda
no,
heals
that
you
would have
right
been
after.
perfect for the barbarian. Someone fucking Brandguard standing behind me, just stabbing me, and I'm just getting more healing because of
That's how
rage.
Oh,
you
yeah, 'cause you
trigger
take-
your rage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you would have
you
the.
take a
Yeah.
half it.
Well, you
That would
don't-
actually be
do you
big.
do you half sneak damage though?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
all.
imagine.
it's-
Are you trying to stab me
sneak
on
damage is all
purpose?
still
Are you trying to
piercing
kill
damage
me?
and stuff. I'll say you get your
No, it's the
choice whether or
healing
not
damage.
you want to add the sneak damage or not though. So.
Oh, he'd be adding it. Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's be honest.
100%.
Sorry, man, I have to stab you with it. But did you have to go for a major artery?
That's all I know. That's all I know.
I don't know
Stab
how
in
to
the
hit
back.
anywhere
Et
else.
tu,
Yeah.
pute?
Sorry, would you be able to help
Man,
me
bear pigs.
determine what this amalgamation is?
I
Other
can
than just-
certainly attempt
Just like
to.
a man-bear pig thing? So, do you
That's
think
disgusting.
is it from this
Just
plane,
man-bear
or do you
pig.
think it's
I
like
I
a
will whip
creation?
out my foreign dimensions book and start just flipping through shit, like comparing pictures. Like,
Make,
no, that's
make
not
me
it.
a either history or nature check with advantage because you have a book.
Okay. Yes. History or nature, you said?
Yeah.
Well, if they're +3 in both, we're gonna try history. Oh,
Ooh, nice.
nice. Unnatural 20 and a 12.
So yeah,
Teamwork.
so
Teamwork.
you find an entry on these. These are called dretch. A dretch. We'll find you the exact entry. Dretches are amongst the weakest of demons. Repulsive, self-loathing creatures doomed to spend an eternity in a perpetual state of discontent. Their low intelligence makes dretches unsuitable for anything but the simplest tasks. However, what they lack in potential, they make up for in sheer malice. Dretches mill about in mobs, voicing their displeasure as an unsettling din of hoots, snarls, and grunts. You find them in an entry about the abyss. So yeah, they are demons.
She like snaps the book shut and puts it back in her bag. Just like oh, these things are gross.
Can I take some teeth?
Sure. You want to make me a nature check?
I got lots of practice.
These, with maybe if it was like a regular beast and you were removing its teeth, sure. But like these ones are like the way they're grown into like the rest of the skull. It's strange to try and like work them free, and almost all of them that you try and break free snap as you try and get them out.
Well, guess I'm taking ears.
I won't make you make a check for ears.
Those ones I can't fuck up. Those things are huge.
I won't make you make a check for ears.
Can I start
How
hacking
many
away
ears?
at the one that hurt the horse?
Sure,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna take 4.
Making it
I'm taking 4
mincemeat.
ears, so
4 ears. Okay.
Whack, whack, whack.
Yeah. I'm just looking for my poach.
It's like, this is your side call from the cards. Like, I think you got him, Hatch. Like,
Mm.
the horse is okay. It's dead.
Since
Don't
he's
worry.
continually making attacks, he's technically keeping his rage going too. So
Yeah.
after about a minute of hacking at the body, while Brangar cuts off some dretch ears, eventually Hatch, your rage subsides.
Sir,
What he's
Colin, are
done
you
is
saying
just
dredge?
sleep.
Dretch.
Like,
Gretch. Okay, like a wretch, but with a D.
Yep, I typed
Yes.
it in chat there for you. Mark 4 dretch ears in your inventory.
Don't have to tell me twice.
I
Not
said
4D.
you can mark 4 dretch ears in your inventory.
Why are you collecting ears, by the way? Well,
Why
unsettling.
not?
Alright, that's a good answer as I'm gonna get, aren't I?
Uh-huh.
Alright. Just don't take mine.
Trophies.
She like puts her hands over her ears.
That's even
Nah,
more
it's a
dark.
guild one, so I can't touch you.
Yeah. Alright, I guess
Really
we
wish
can
I got their
continue down the
teeth.
path. Yeah,
Alright.
continue down the path
To herbs, but like
to herbs.
a little bit more cautious now.
Yeah, so there's like
Because I feel
deadly
like
things
herbs
that run
is
around.
no longer herbs. It's now some sort of demon.
Yeah, it's just a fucking waste. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And we're now heading northwest, correct, Colin?
Yes. The path
Okay.
seems to be making its way out into the center of this kind of peninsula. There are lots of like
Okay.
little kind of tributaries that go off of the main Serpent's River that kind of litter around the area you guys are going through. But the larger bodies that are marked on the map are kind of like much more prominent splits in the river that kind of spread out throughout the entirety of the swamp. As opposed to rivers that might flow down from the mountains and stuff, where these are they're flowing like out into the ocean. This almost just seems to be like low areas where the ocean water has kind of made its way in and like partially started flooding this forest, which is kind of why it's so damp and kind of swampy. But the higher bits of ground, like the bits you're on now, is what gives way to a lot of the land mass still. So you guys proceed to make your way northwest. You finish this days of travel and your next days of travel. Before the third day of travel, you finally start to arrive at your destination. So if you guys want to mark off 3 more days of rations, Percy, if you want to roll survival checks to
3.
see.
you're gonna start hunting for food real fast here.
Kieran, I think we have a day's left.
Oh shit, okay.
Like I made the comment of like we need to start scavenging because
So for the first one, it's 2 other people.
Yeah, yourself and 2
Correct.
others, and then the second one is yourself and 1 other, and then the third day you can't find any person.
Zik and Hatch for the first one, or I guess Hatch has his spoon. So
Actually, technically, you guys wouldn't
Yeah.
have to mark off your third day yet, because the third day is where you get to your destination, so it hasn't
Oh,
become
okay.
nighttime yet.
I guess I'll go with Zik and Sai for the first one, and then Zik for the second.
Alrighty.
I mean, I won't turn down good food, but like at the same time, if you're gonna offer it to someone else, I'll eat the fucking dirt.
Yeah, you have fun with your dirt.
I absolutely will.
Yeah, I mean, it has a
I'm gonna show it to the
significant lack
kobold.
of flavor, and you can't help but like slightly miss that like taste of raw potato. But it's
Specifically the raw potato.
it's just the last
I
thing you
have-
ate a good amount
Crunch.
of. So
Mm. But a ration tastes better than this.
it does.
Okay,
Fucking
well.
dirt.
Rations taste much better.
Side, I only have 1 day of rations left.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna have to spend some time hunting very soon.
I Hatch does have traps.
Well, if we've arrived at Herb's, so
You have
maybe
traps.
maybe
You've been using that?
I've been eating dirt. Literally, Hatch has been eating dirt. He's not thinking about anyone else right now. He knows he can eat the dirt and the rocks. He's completely fine with it.
Alright. Fair enough.
Alrighty.
Little whale.
So, deep in the heart of the Osmore woods, you come across a small hut. Bundles of twigs lay in piles against the exterior, and a lush hedge wraps around the opposite side of the building. A stone well stands opposite the border of the forest, or stands against the border of the forest, with a bucket and rope sitting at its base, and a trail of footprints stretching between it and the front door, where you see an intricately carved wooden sign hanging above that reads "Herbs, Herbs."
So Colin, as we're
Shy.
approaching, do we see any
Yes.
footpaths or like boot prints or anything like that?
Where you are now, sitting in the back of the cart, it's hard to see anything.
Hatch
Okay.
Hatch is gonna point after calling out Sai's name and just point to the side.
It says herbs.
He gives a thumbs up, nods his head.
I'm gonna have to teach you to read one of these days, buddy.
Yeah, the noticeable trail that you can see as you're approaching is obviously like the main path that you guys are on leading up to the front door, and then you can see there's like a worn trail kind of from where people have obviously made their way
Okay.
from the front door to the well, as you would need to, kind of. So, if you want to look for specific tracks, that you'll have to be up there and that kind of thing. And
No,
make a
I'm
check,
just seeing
but,
like if it's been used or if we notice any of like the beast feet.
well, you let me know where you want to look and what you're looking for, and I'll let you know what I want you. To
I would like to search like this darkened area, like what looks to be more worn, with the where my marker is.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then like investigate, see if I notice anything similar to like the beast feet.
Okay, make me a perception or investigation check.
I'm just checking one of my features and traits here. Okay, I'm going to make an investigation check, and then I get to add a. Oh, it automatically does it. Sweet.
An
11.
11. You do see tracks. It's hard to tell exactly what they're from. It doesn't look initially like there is any sort of like strange beast marks with like claws and stuff. It looks like just footprints.
Okay. So no demons
No demons yet.
so far. Okay. I'm just gonna approach up then.
Okay.
Anyone else coming?
Yeah, I'll dismount in the cart and start heading over.
I'll come with you.
Can we have Percy knock on the door?
Why am I knocking on the door?
I'm back. I'll join him.
So you can preach your god.
Okay.
Got him.
Actually, no, what? That makes sense. Yeah, no, I'm with it.
I'll knock on the door.
So yeah, you knock on the door and you hear like a little bit of shuffling around on the inside. Before you see like the curtain that's off to your side here or whatever draw open just a little bit, and you see a single baleful eye peers out from the darkness behind the curtain. Its gleam hints at a strange intelligence and an unnerving malevolence. It just kind of seems to watch you. You do not get a response.
I guess no one's home.
Someone's home.
Technically, like, with the dynamic lighting, I can't see that window.
Oh, but where Bran is, I can.
I was gonna say, if you can see the
That's my
sticks.
vision.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit wonky because where I put the lighting barriers for the walls isn't necessarily exactly
It's the typical
kinda what
knock on
you'd
the
see.
door. Take like 2 or 3 steps back.
But yeah.
I guess I'll push open the door if I'm able to.
Double check. My thing got minimized for some reason.
I'm just stepping back so I can actually click on the door icon whenever it's good. To...
First though, I need. Percy, can you make me a. Actually, everybody. Can you make me either a charisma. Make me a deception check. Everybody make me a deception check.
Check. Interesting. Well, could be worse.
Yo.
I don't like it. Just says insane.
Okay.
What are we lying? lying about?
So the front door. Front door is unlocked. So open it.
Yep, I opened it.
And you can see the
Hello?
the interior of a small room. It's kind of stepping
Oh,
out from around the
hello.
corner. You see a very small, strange-looking creature. It's
I
kind
know
of
what this is.
hunched over. You can see it has one singular large eye in the center of its face that kind of glows almost with this strange kind of emerald green. Its eye kind of darts from place to place as it seems to be kind of like almost like scanning you, kind of just looking you over, that kind of thing. And it starts to open its mouth and it says, "What are you?"
Humanoid. Looking for herb.
Herbs. Here.
Yes.
What? Want? Oh, it's too loud.
Honestly, that came in at a good time. I was like, ugh, like, that freaked me out a little bit.
Hey. And he said, what want?
Mhm.
We want to talk to Herb.
Yeah, we want to talk to herb. Herb.
Herb. Not here. Missing.
Oh, herb is missing. Okay. Did he go out looking for more herbs, or did somebody take him, or?
What information worth to you?
Side, do you still have those notes?
Like like the ones we found in the tower.
Yeah, where he was like, oh, like, yeah, the bandit
Yeah.
one. He's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, they're in my book.
Okay. I kind of look over to Zick and like, Zick, how much like I kind of give him a look of like, how much information can we tell him?
As little as possible.
We are trying to figure out how our friend Giovanni, or sorry, Sai here, not Giovanni, it was Sai, who touched some sort of green liquid, and it had herb on it.
Well,
And it put Sai to sleep for a good 2 days.
No, not about liquid. Need more info.
oh shit, what was the guy's
Trade?
name who he was corresponding with?
Al?
I don't remember. I didn't write it
I
down.
think it's in our notes. I think we have
Yeah.
the note in our.
Oh yeah, we do. That's a good call. Letter from HH.
How do you feel
Mr.
about yours?
Voss. Mr. Voss.
Do you know a Mr.
Not
Voss?
close.
Maybe.
I'd like to insight that.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it seems like he definitely has information about it. Seems like he's keeping it from you on purpose. What
Sorry,
willing
fucking strangled
to
bastard.
give? Whisper.
How do you
What?
feel about blink dog teeth, banded ears, and stretch ears.
No. No. Not
Well,
Gold?
love ears.
things. Info. Or maybe magic.
What kind of magic? Like, you want us
I
to
got that
cast
spell scroll.
spells?
Oh,
Yeah.
how about we gamble for it?
Ooh, a coin toss, one could even say.
Yeah. Yeah, coin toss.
What are stakes?
If I win, we get the information. But if you win,
Whisper.
whisper.
He like nods.
I will give you 50 gold pieces.
No gold. Information. Or magic. He like sniffs the air a little bit and he's like, I can smell it on you.
Oh,
Where are you keeping your coin?
boys. Where am I keeping my coin? It's just in my little side pouch.
He like points to your side pouch. Whatever is in there. Magic. Whisper wins. Gets magic. You win.
Oh, your name is
Get
Whisper. Okay.
information. He nods.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so you can see through magic.
Well, you did agree to it though.
Yeah. Yep.
Except he knows the coin is magic, so that might
Yeah,
throw
but
off.
he did agree to it.
Yep. Yep. It's like it's a gamble, and he was able to detect magic on me, so I will grab out a regular coin
Okay.
and do a coin toss. I'm assuming coins have a crown on one end and blank on the other, maybe.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, no, no. I mean
No,
like
coins in a row.
regular currency.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Because
say
he
they
threw
have.
that
I
at
don't
the
know
top.
exactly what they have on both sides, so let's just say they have the same thing. Because the coin that you have
Crown
is
and-
just a
crown and
magical
horse?
silver coin. So yeah, a crown on one side and a
Alright,
horse on the other. So if you want, he nods and kind of like looks onwards. If you want to roll me a d4 and call it odds or evens.
Evens.
Do you have inspiration? I.
He like narrows his eye at you. Fine. And he kind of like starts to talk to you. As he starts talking to you this time, you notice it's not the same as he's been talking to you before. It almost seems like replaying a recorded message. He just kind of repeats like he's already taken in whatever it was that he's kind of read.
He's a tape recorder. Like,
And he says it kind of in his own voice, but it's not near as stuttery and kind of like difficult to understand.
Yeah.
okay.
He says, letter from Calvas. Dear Herbert Woodsworth, I have heard many things about your work in the field of alchemy and require your expertise. I am in the process of creating an elixir, a sleeping draught of sorts that will far exceed the abilities of your standard potion. It is made from the blood samples of the 5 great chromatic dragons. My issue is that no reagent that I have experimented with is capable of containing the raw magical power of these components. I have no doubt that with your lifetime of experience, you will be able to devise a reagent that is sufficient to complete my works. I would like you to start research on this subject immediately. Time is of the utmost importance, so I'm afraid any other clients you are attending to and other works you may be in the middle of will have to be put aside. I will send those under my employ to check in on you and your research at least once a week. I expect results within the next few months, and regular updates on your studies when my employees come to check in. When your work is complete and the elixir is confirmed to be successful, go to the tavern in Pyrgos and find the dwarven barkeeper by the name of Rotmus Blackhand. Tell him you are there to find solace in the night, and he will arrange our meeting. You will be rewarded greatly for your time, whether it be fame, fortune, or power. I will see it done. I look forward to hear of your results.
So, boys,
Yeah,
we just
thank
got a
you.
lot. Yeah,
I got you.
we
I
just
got
got
you.
a huge lead. We got a
Yeah.
huge lead off of a gamble.
Can you put that
Uh,
last little blurb in the chat, please? Just
I-
like this
yeah,
Rotmus
Tavern and-
Blackhand and.
I gave you guys the
Tavern and
handout, so you
Pyrgos.
should have.
Oh shit. Weird.
Yeah.
Pop.
Tavern and Pyrgos find the dwarven barkeep by the name of Rotmus Blackhand.
Where did you go?
Also,
Look at
everything
that.
just got
Back to
dark.
a
Say, I
joke.
think you deleted
Uh-huh.
your token.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Fucking goober.
I did not, because I was scrolling through the letter.
Then where are you?
And he took a gamble and just died.
Man's a sore
Also-
loser.
Yeah.
He
Yo, I
looks at
lost this gamble. I'm a DC real quick. See you guys later.
He looks at you after repeating it and says, I have more letters I have consumed if you have more to trade.
How about I show you a magic trick?
Bippity boppity fireball.
I don't care how big the room is. I cast
I can't.
fireball.
Fireball.
All your allies are in it. I don't care.
Did I stutter?
How about a magic trick? If you're impressed, you tell us another letter.
No, not magic tricks. Magic. And he kind of like smells the air a little bit more. The items that you've got from the shop, I assume you're just keeping them in your bag.
I am, yeah.
He says, I smell much magic on you. Trade, perhaps.
Can't gamble.
Fuck, I don't know how valuable this information is gonna be. It's gonna be worth it.
I also have that, like, I have those potions we got from the tower. And, like, I could probably spare the potion of animal friendship, but that's me.
He seems interested
Yeah,
in both
I-
magical items and information that might be of value.
The teachings of Tempest are valuable.
He hisses at you and then turns back to Brangarn and says,
What if I let him copy one of my scrolls that I have? Or what if I copy one for him?
I was gonna like if you can create a spell scroll, which I'm not sure if you can do that with. Let's see how you.
I
you
don't
make
even know how
spells.
that works.
I'm looking it up right now. Character must have proficiency with the Arcana skill as well as the spell prepared/known, and must have the material components required to cast the spell. Cost to describe a spell in gold is required and time taken. So for a first level spell, it takes 1 day and 25 gold to make a spell scroll. For second level, it's 3 days and 250 gold, and it goes up from there.
Damn, they take their time.
That'll probably take too long.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna read something really quick.
Also, Sick, do you have an idea of like what these guys are?
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Sure.
Say
So
out of game I
I,
do, in game I don't know if I do.
Yeah, I want in game.
Yeah. I got that fancy quill that lets me take 2 minutes per spell level to copy spells down.
Really?
You would have to copy
Yeah.
a spell scroll into your book, and then also once you have it copied into your book, then you can make a scroll out of it, and it would take that
Or she could just do.
day or whatever.
Or I
that's
just
what she
use a
already
spell that
knows.
I already know.
Yeah, or you could do a spell you already know. True.
The time you must spend a copy of spell in your spell book equals 2 minutes per spell level if you use the quill for the transcription.
That's
That's
to copy it into your spell book.
Wild.
But to make a spell scroll out of that, it would still require that same day and gold things.
Okay.
I would say
Ah.
I'd maybe cut it in half, like so say 12 hours and the same, like half the gold cost or whatever.
Mhm.
I say just give him the potion to speak with animals personally.
To speak with animals, yeah, I kind of agree. I'll like
Uh,
hand the potion to Percy.
Can I do that check though to see if I know what this thing is?
Yep. Sorry, I thought that picked up.
Pass it along.
Pass along the potion.
17.
Yeah, I'd say that's enough. So you know these as Nothics. They have the ability to look into your memories and discern information that you may already know. They can kind of use their eye to learn secrets and things like that about you. You can assume that strange feeling as it was watching you through the window was it kind of trying to learn information about you guys that you may not have wanted to tell it.
We all failed.
And everyone failed, yeah. They also are collectors of magical items. They don't necessarily use them, they just like to have them. They covet them, kind of. You'll often find them in places where magical items are abound, where they will try and like steal them and store them away and stash them away. They usually have like little nests or something wherever they're living by that they use to kind of like collect their winnings. But they're generally not overly aggressive unless provoked. They instead prefer to just kind of study people, learn things about them, try and trade information that they may know for other magical items, that kind of thing. You would also know that they are fairly formidable when it does come to combat. So if a fight were to break out here, you are not 100% sure how confident you guys would be in your abilities.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I really don't have an interest of attempting to fuck these guys up. But since like they hoard magic items, I don't know what they're doing here in herbs.
I feel like Herb might be dead. Just saying.
Maybe.
Yeah, because actually, or he might be in Pygros according to the letter, but where is that on the map anyway?
Ghostpire?
Pyrgos.
No, Pygros.
Fire ghost.
It is
Suppose it's on the map.
northeast of you guys. If you were to follow the ring road all the way around before it cuts up into the mountains, it's kind of on the bay of that river there. I say river, it's more of a bay, but it is a coastal town.
Do I know if the organization has any foothold in Pyrgos?
I would say not like a base of operations, at the very least. There may be some people that are there, but they don't. It's not a big enough place for them to have
Gotcha.
a stronghold, basically.
We don't even have a description of what herb looks like.
Assuming his name is Herbert.
It said in the letter. His name is Herbert Woodsworth.
Yeah. Herbert Woodsworth. Always head there and ask around.
He also told the
Yeah.
Nothic Whisper also told you that he does still have more information for you guys that you may be interested in.
Percy's got the potion to trade.
Yeah, potion.
Yeah,
If we're okay,
That's
if
why
we're
I
okay with that.
passed it on.
Yeah, I passed it on. Percy like looks back at me and is like, I don't have it, I gave it to you. Like,
If you handed it to me, then I would have handed it to Brangon.
I handed it to Percy.
And then I said I'd pass it on down the line.
Brangon
Okay, I
does.
guess I'm trading him a potion of animal speak for more information.
Animal friendship.
If it is acceptable to him.
I would say he would accept that.
All right, one potion of animal speak or animal friendship, right?
Yep.
For more information, whisper.
So he get her. So he begins to repeat another letter. Dear Mr. Woods, I'm not going to do the voice for this one. Dear Mr. Woodsworth, I'm afraid you have misunderstood me. I assure you that I am more than aware of the results of my actions, and I did not request your assistance in this matter, but rather demanded it. You have a wonderful gift, and if you are not willing to use it to assist me, I'm afraid I cannot allow you to continue to stay in business. I will give you 1 week to reconsider my offer, and when my employees return, I hope that you will have come to see reason on this matter. I've sent you a small token along with this letter to ensure that you make the right choice. Sincerely, Cal Voss.
Oh, it's
What was-
actually funny because you can read the responses from HH that we found in the thing. The second letter is like, I apologize for my tone in the previous conversation.
Please don't kill me.
Please don't kill me. Yeah.
Oh, this is typically how the guild acts.
Mhm,
We ask nice, and then we take.
mhm, mhm.
Um, does Whisper show us the token, or can we just assume Herb took it?
He doesn't immediately show you anything unless you try and ask him about it or anything. He just repeats the letter to you.
What? Okay. What did the token look like?
More information? He says, questioning.
Oh, yeah. Figured as much.
You can see him like holding his hands together, like you were to give like it's almost like if you were to like you're getting ready to like give a dog a treat. Like he looks excited. Like new people have brought new magical things in here, and now he can barter for them. So
Okay, what type of? Let's see. Let's try and think of some information we can give him. 'Cause we're kind of low on magic items.
I really don't want to give him information.
Yeah.
I can make a deal with him, but I'm gonna need you guys to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two shrugs. Can I look in the well while he's doing shit? Like,
sure.
Dwarf dies. The dwarf dies.
just take a
So I
peek
go
down there.
close the door, Colin,
Okay.
and I take off like my cloak and then my tunic, and then I show him my back.
What is this?
I don't know.
Then
Do you
I am
recognize it?
not interested. I
Not
need
interested?
things you know.
Ah, dang.
How
Things
to
I
get
know or
into
stuff
the culinary.
Ah, I see.
I've seen into your mind. I know there is a phrase. Tell me phrase,
Yes.
and I tell you token. I show you token.
Oh. Oh. Fuck. What's the first rule of Fight Club, boys?
Or you can offer magic in pocket.
I just got this.
Yeah.
I haven't even used it yet.
I take out the coin and I flick it toward him.
He like jumps up and like grabs it with both hands.
Yeah.
Good. And he like goes over to one of the desk behind him and he kind of like pulls out some of the drawers, kind of like throwing them on the ground and says, this. And brings it back over to you and he hands you what looks like a leather cat collar that has a tag on the end of it that says Cosmo. And it is stained with blood.
No.
Oh,
That's
Bro.
savage.
bro.
Hatch.
I hate this deal.
Kinky. Oh,
This
not
was
so
hot.
kinky.
Now it's not.
Aw.
R.I.P. Cosmo.
Yeah.
Says, still more information to offer if you want to barter. Journal
No, I
entries
don't
from
want-
Herbert. Important things.
Fuck this
Hold
thing.
on.
Insight that.
Let me
Insight that.
Sorry, I was deleting an item. He has more information to barter, correct?
Mhm.
Does he still seem super excited?
Yeah, if he feels, He still feels like he has information that you want, so he still feels like he could barter with it for potentially getting more magical
Oh,
things, or
okay.
for more information. Either one.
Okay. I put my tunic on and then open up the door. Guys, I lost the coin.
So while
job.
he was in there, Sai, you were looking at this well. You see the small stone well descends down into the earth with a length of rope and bucket laying on the ground next to it. You can hear the faint sound of rushing water from heard from coming down within. Do you want to make me a perception or investigation? Blah blah blah. While you're there.
Yes, I would. You said perception or investigation?
Yes, that is what I tried to say before my tongue tied
That's what
itself
you
into
tried
a
to
knot.
say. Gotcha. I will I'll perceive. We'll perceive things. Glad I did.
So, amongst the set of human footprints that are making their way back and forth between the well and the house, you also see two more sets of strange inhuman footprints that you could assume belonged to the Nothics within the house.
Is it just 2 sets?
Yep. It looks to be like, well, it's hard to tell. There's inhuman footprints. You're hard to tell if it's 2 or 1 that's made its way back and forth multiple times, or you're not sure. But it seems like these things came from out of the well.
Out. Ooh. Ugh. Can I throw the bucket down there?
Sure. It's currently attached to the end of the length of rope. If you are...
I just hand the other length of the rope to Hatch. I'm like, hold this. Like,
Okay.
I
You just
throw
toss
the
it down.
bucket down.
It spirals down before eventually you hear a splash. And the rope kind of comes taut.
Pull it.
Hatch starts pulling it up.
You pull it up, and it looks like it's filled with fresh drinking water.
Might as well fill up the water skin while we're here.
Mm.
Do I have anything that casts light? Don't really think I do.
Ugh.
So you can't cast light on the bucket?
No, I don't have that spell.
Cantrip?
Nope. Anyone got like anything to toss down there? Just want to check something real quick.
Hatch starts like going through his backpack.
You have a weapon or piece of armor I can turn it into a torch.
I have 3 heads.
What the fuck?
Does
When
nobody
you
have torches
3
otherwise?
heads,
No.
Oh my
I have a
God.
torch. I have a torch.
I have a lantern, but
I also
Yeah,
have
you
a
don't wanna
lantern.
toss that down there.
I have a
Yeah.
torch.
And Brangarn
I
is
have
also
both our
currently
torches.
in the building having this conversation with the Nothic. At the time while we're
Yeah.
doing this, so.
So,
Not have a torch.
Yeah.
well, Kieran, I have a torch. I have 3 heads and a lantern.
I was just pulling the heads out of the bag. I'm like, yeah, you
Variety
keep
is
this
the
on
spice
there.
of life.
You feel like you could easily either tie a torch to the end of the rope or put a torch in the bucket and lower it in. Either of those things would
Oh yeah,
give you light.
that's a smart idea. Let's do that. Anyone have a torch? I can-
Tie rope to torch.
I shall do so.
Okay, you're easily able to tie the rope to the end of the torch. It's
Oh,
not heavy. I'm
I'm
not gonna make you roll for knots or anything like that.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, Hatch has a tinderbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will also borrow that as he's pulling things out of his bag. Like he's like putting things on the ground. Side just picks it up, like lights it, and like puts it back. Like not even like looking at him. Like up there, that's all right. Like, she very slowly starts to kind of lower the torch down. I'm kind of looking to see if there's any like holes in the well, like on the siding or anything, to see if it like crawled out of that or if it like literally just came out of the water.
So the well descends about 60 feet down before you kind of see like the river flowing underneath it. About 50 feet down the well, you see a small hollowed out portion of the stonework.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's more of these things. Anyway.
It's probably about this time that Brentgarn opens the door and comes back.
So I was just looking down and it's like, I'm gonna pull this back up now and suggest we close the well somehow. A lot more of these things running around. They're kind of dicks.
sorry about that.
The monsters that haven't attacked you on sight, how are they dicks?
It's withholding information, damn it.
I wouldn't expect a person
Yeah.
to give stuff away for free. He's
It's
no more of a
true.
dick than Lawrence and Dennis were, or Lawrence and
Yeah.
Douglas.
Yeah, but they weren't ugly.
Yeah, wow, okay, so that's what it depends on.
Yeah,
Alright, I see how it
yeah.
is.
Okay,
I'd
Mr.
say that.
Kobold.
Hey,
Simmer down.
I'm a beautiful ass kobold.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Uh,
kobold.
You're dragon
Real
light.
rich
What do you
coming from
mean?
a fucking dwarf.
And so they are also the Nothics are also medium creatures, so they are quite a bit larger than Zik is.
Also, did we see these in the module we played?
Yeah, they were at the very end of TOA.
Yep.
Hey, I'm trying not to say much because there might be people watching.
I
Yeah,
didn't
don't
say
spoil stuff,
where.
Tom.
Yeah.
At the end of
Eh.
Right after you.
Right after you blank.
yeah, what happened again? It was that scene where
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
Anyway.
all died.
the end.
The end. Anyway. So yeah, this thing came out of the well. I don't love that.
Did we ask
Uh,
if it's actually a friend of Herb's or if this did
I
like.
don't think he's a friend. I also don't think he's the associate that Voss called upon. I think those were the bandits. I think this thing just fucking showed up and ate all of its letters. Like,
That's how it
Maybe
learned?
killing it would be a good thing.
yeah, but not a good idea.
Yeah, I can also give you guys an actual description of the inside of the house if you actually want. The building's interior accommodates everything required for a small home. Small wood stove sits underneath shelves filled with cooking pots, pans, and utensils, as well as some expired ingredients and stale bread. A desk sits at the back wall, littered in scraps of paper, with its drawers pulled out. A splintered chest surrounded by pieces of books lie beside a bookshelf filled with farming tools, basic survival gear, and various alchemy components. A door to the right of the entrance leads to a smaller bedchamber.
They're totally
Oh,
robbing
and-
the fucking place.
Since Sai was able to tell me that they're more interested in magical items, would I be able to just take the food items?
You're asking them?
Yep.
Go ahead. Ask them.
Whisper, would I be able to take the food items out of the house?
You want stale bread? Be my guest. He gestures you towards the shelves.
So rooting through, taking stale bread.
Seems pretty hard. Like it's just been sitting here for a while.
We're making bread pudding, boys. Okay, so Sermonti's been gone for at least bread stales and like exposed. Are they full loaves or are they like broken? Or no?
There's like one that looks like slices have been cut off of it, but the rest of them look like they haven't been used yet.
And they're rock hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so he's been gone for over like a week. So Whisper, what's over here?
Things used to be
Things?
letters.
All
You
right.
see this? It looks like it used to be like an alchemy station, like where he would have like concocted
Yeah.
his own potions and stuff. But you don't see any
Yeah.
finished potions or anything like that. You can assume with their love of magic items, any magical items that may have already been here, they would have already collected.
I can't ask him any questions or anything because that's just the way he is.
And you also notice while you're walking around there is a second one that is in the bedchamber that's going through a small nightstand. You also see more books and stuff in there that he's been tossing through. See him like flip through like a journal or whatever, and like kind of like look at the pages, and then he like tears one out and chews on it and eats it.
Ah, okay.
You also
I believe
see.
I have no more.
Here, I'll give you a description of the bedroom. This room contains a small one-person bed, a wardrobe, and a nightstand that has scraps of books and paper scattered around the ground around it. A leather backpack is also leaning up against the foot of the bed, and next to the backpack is a small wooden bowl with the word Cosmo etched into its side.
Oh,
R.I.P. Cosmo.
The Nothic looks at you as you go in, just kind of watches a little bit while it's like chewing on one of the journal pages.
how's it taste?
Informative. Watcher likes words.
Whisper and Watcher.
Just sitting in the chair in the corner.
So Colin, I go to like grab the backpack, or like I make an attempt to grab it. What
He
do I
doesn't
see?
seem to stop you.
What?
He just watches you as you
Okay,
do
so
it.
I grab the backpack and I basically just dump the contents onto the bed.
Yep. You see the backpack contains a bedroll that's kind of like wrapped up around the top of it, kind of thing. It's
Yep.
not in the bag. A mess kit, a tinderbox,
I'll be
10
right back.
torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin.
Oh.
Is essentially the
Watcher, can I
contents
take
of an
the rations?
explorer's bag.
Since you seem
he
to
just
feed off
shrugs.
of knowledge. All right.
He doesn't seem
I am
overly
going
concerned with it.
Okay.
You can assume if it's not a
inventory.
magical item or something that he
Oh, it's
could
free.
gain information from, then they have no interest in it.
Okay. Okay, I will add. Go here. Backpack pouch. Yeah, because I'm for sure taking the rations and then I'll take the mess kit as well. You said 10 days worth of rations?
Yep.
Okay,
As well as 10 torches, I will note, as apparently nobody has those other than Hatch.
Okay. I'll just look up the adventurers pack and I'll adjust my inventory.
Yeah,
to-
the explorer's pack is the one.
Explorers pack. Okay. Yeah, I'll just adjust my inventory.
If you take just
to
like the
that, and-
backpack in general, you can just add an explorer's pack to your inventory. It's all the same stuff.
Oh. Oh, really? Okay.
Because explorer's
Okay,
pack
let's-
contains the backpack that it's all in, the bedroll, the mess kit, the tinderbox. Blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah.
Manage inventory. Or add item. Add adventure. Pack. Diplomats. Huh. So I type in pack, it's like I get burglary pack, diplomats, dungeoneer, entertainers, explorers, monster, priest, saddle, and scholars pack.
Like I said 3 or 4 times, it's an explorer's pack. It is all the contents of an
Oh,
explorer's pack. You
sorry.
keep saying adventurer's pack, and I've never said that.
Sorry. Alright.
It's all good.
Oh. Advance. Okay. Ration. Okay. God, I'm still sad about the fucking thing the little pet that was killed.
Little Cosmo, yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly. We don't know for sure.
You could
Could have just been
know.
catnapped or dognapped.
I'm assuming this is just a window.
Yeah, the curtains for all of them are drawn, but yeah,
Okay.
if you were to open it, you can peer
Can I
outside.
search this dresser then?
Yep. The dresser, or that's the wardrobe around the back. The wardrobe contains a variety
Wardrobe.
of tunics and trousers in various shades of green and brown.
I'll take them.
Okay.
Shove them into my pack.
So I could say you could fit 2 sets before your pack gets pretty full. It's a lot of cloth that gets shoved in there.
Yeah.
So. Backpack's not super big.
Or is it, Colin?
Oh yeah, if you're using your bag of holding, you could take them all if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks really weird because like the way I have it situated, like I have the backpack, and then you open up the backpack, there's the bag of holding.
So it looks like you're just shoving it all into the backpack, but it just keeps displaying
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
of the bag of holding. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. And then okay. I'm assuming this is a like a little like tinker's
This is the
workshop?
This is the shelf that has like various farming equipment stuff, like you would small trowels and like pairs of shears and
Oh,
stuff that
gotcha.
you would
Okay.
use. You can assume a lot of this stuff was used if you would ever like go out to harvest herbs and
Harvesting
things like
herbs
that.
and yeah.
Stuff that was used for that.
Are these scrolls in here, are they maps or
It looks like it's all just like general like alchemy notes and stuff like that. You notice it looks like if it was once full at one point, there is not near as many in there as there used to be, kind of thing. It looks like
oh, like they would have just taken stuff
yeah,
that they didn't know?
a lot of the scraps of paper and a lot of the things that might have information of value on it. It looks like they've already consumed.
Okay. Okay,
Whisper
so-
also told you that he knows things from Herbert's personal journal entries that may be of use to you. And that is the last thing that he is willing to offer in barter with you.
Yeah, I'm not willing to give him more information though.
Your
One
loss.
does not simply give that. Yeah. Hey, one of my other party members might have one.
He shrugs. Watcher! And he like hurries out. He like hands him the potion and the coin. He says, "Take these to the den." And he kind of grabs them in both hands and scurries out past you. You guys all see him scurry out. He kind of stares at you a little bit. He like stops, looks at you all for a moment, and then scurries back in and disappears down inside the wall.
Ugh.
Bro, the loot down there. The loot.
Zick, no.
Okay, I can't find. I'm not willing to give him any more information. I lost the coin.
I just. Alright. It's just like
Hey.
cuffs.
See here, take these, and like I open up my pack and I give her like the adventurer's clothes, or
Oh.
like the tunic and pants.
She kind of like looks between them and looks at her like old tavern uniform that she's still wearing. She's like, "Yeah, I guess this thing's a little too beat up to keep wearing, huh?"
Mm-hmm. You don't look presentable.
All right, you don't have to put it like that.
Like Hatch visibly like looks at Brangard and is like looks at him like, what the fuck, dude?
I I guess.
Would you
I'll
would you
go-
want me to lie about it? Cause I'll.
All right.
Hatch like gestures to himself like he's already half naked.
So I was gonna.
And
I guess
stinky.
I'll go. Just like find a corner of the house to go change in. I'll go into the bedroom and close the door. Changes into the adventurer's clothes. Comes back out.
You
It's
guys
like
all
a
walk-
shirt that's like a little bit too big on her, and then but she's like, I
Fine,
fixed
you can
this.
patch it up.
Yeah. She's wearing a shirt and pants now. She's like, honestly, I've only worn that skirt for the past like, she's counting on her fingers, too long. So it's kind of nice being in pants.
Yeah, it's clearly meant for like an older gentleman kind of thing. The pants are a little long. You kind of have to like roll up the cuffs at the bottom, but other than that, it's not too bad. It's like wearing your
She-
dad's clothes kind of thing.
Yeah. She kind of like whips out like starts flipping to the back of her spellbook where there's blank pages, and waves her hand. Like she kind of does like a weird thing with her fingers, and just like a quill appears out of midair, and she starts kind of sketching on the page of like how she can fix the clothes. And she's
Huh.
like, no, like that. And then she waves the quill, and it disappears, and she starts sketching again.
Nice. Yeah, well, as she a little while after she does that, you guys all watch her crawl his way back out of the well, like skitter across the ground a little bit, turns at the front door, and kind of like looks at you guys for a little bit, kind of like watching you slightly, and then disappears back inside the house.
Sick, we can come back later.
Yeah. Put an X on the map. Come back.
It's a POI.
What are you thinking? We want to call it there before we go searching off for this guy?
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
As a DM, I would maybe recommend trying to get this last little bit of information from the Nothic.
Oh. Fair.
Ugh.
I don't want it.
As most
Oh,
people that
come
trade
on.
things, I would even say that Brangard would probably be able to determine if you had 3 pieces of valuable information that you were going to trade off, you would trade off the least valuable of the pieces first.
Yeah.
And them asking for like the passphrase, that is absolutely not happening.
Yeah.
No, by all means, that you don't have to. But
Yeah.
they're interested in multiple things, so it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
You can think
Well, like
of
we can
something
give him
else
a
that might
magic
work.
item. Like I gave him a coin.
Any magic item, any potion,
I
any scroll you
have-
guys may have, anything like that. They'll take any magic items.
I have the potion of diminution, which I'm not willing to give up because it's the reduced thing. The potion of water breathing, which I feel like would be very useful. Potion of bottle breath, which I don't remember what it does, and then a potion of healing.
I mean, the potion of healing's probably the least expensive of all of those, depending on which healing potion it is.
Yeah, but I feel like it would be the most useful. Just
True.
in general, we have Percy, and he's the only one who has any healing abilities.
So the
I haven't
potion,
seen him heal fucking once yet.
the potion of bottled breath.
He literally healed
I'm
me.
healing.
The potion of
I've
bottled
cured
breath.
you of poison a
can-
few times.
It does what?
Potion of bottled breath contains a breath of elemental air. When you inhale it, you can either exhale it or hold it. If you exhale the breath, you gain the effect of the gust of wind spell. If you hold the breath, you don't need to breathe for 1 hour, though the benefit can end early, for example, to speak. Ending it
I'd
early
get rid of
doesn't
that.
give you advantage the
Yeah.
ability of the gust of wind. So.
You already have wind gust or whatever.
And
So.
I have a Gus, and we also have the potion of water breathing, which is kind of the only thing I can foresee happening.
Gust of
happening
wind
anytime
is a
soon.
leveled spell that is different from gust.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It basically creates a 10-foot wide, 30-foot long line of wind that like blows in that direction and makes the people have to make strength save or be pushed back, or it's difficult terrain if you try to walk through it.
Still,
It's a control spell.
Yeah,
It's a really
Let's be
strong
honest, you just
fan.
I'd still be willing to part with the bottled breath. Any objections? Any other options?
So I got a scroll of alter self,
I also
locate
have one of those.
creature. Well, we could probably get rid of the alter self because we can just copy off each other's spell books.
Does that work? Is that a thing that can happen? Oh, okay.
If you have a
Yeah, I guess
scroll
that's
and you
true.
copy it into your spellbook, another wizard can copy out of your spellbook. So if
Ah,
every single
okay,
time
alright
you
then,
guys
there you
leveled
go.
up, you were to take different spells, you could essentially copy each other's spells and get twice the amount of spells
Sick.
each every level.
Shadow
Don't
Wizard
copy
one
your
gang.
homework.
Shadow Wizard.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to spend the money to do it, and you still have to spend the time to do
Yeah.
it. So it's
Still, yeah.
a time allotment
Alright,
thing,
yeah.
but yeah, it is possible.
Okay, I will use that then. I'll get rid of the other scroll of alter self that we have. I'll walk back in and be like, yeah, we want that other information you have. I have something you might want.
He kind of looks at the scroll, and you kind of see him like lick his lips. Says, good. Yes.
Information first.
He has like his hands like outstretched, and he kind of like stops, and his shoulders drop a little bit. Fine.
She like holds it above his head.
He's a medium creature. He's about just as
Oh,
tall
yeah, I
as
guess,
you.
yeah.
So.
Size actually probably shorter than he is.
So, this one is quite a bit longer, as this is an accumulation of important journal entries from Herbert. I will share it to you guys, and then I will read it off, so you don't have to worry about taking notes. You can follow along if you'd like, but it may be a lot of information to take in. You can read it on your own leisure, but I will read it once now, at least for stream.
Okay.
So, the oldest entry dating back, entry number 1. I was out collecting Blairot roots for one of my recent orders when I saw a swarm of creatures moving through the woods. They were unlike anything I had ever seen before. Over a dozen of these small, black, almost insectoid-looking creatures skittering through the trees. They had long, sharp snouts and slender, pointed tails. That wasn't the scariest part, however, as accompanying them through the swamp was a human figure, cloaked in black robes with a hood pulled over their face. 8 long, articulated black legs were protruding from its back, carrying it over the swamp with an eerie grace. I tried to retreat back to my hut, but despite moving as silent as a mouse, my very first footstep attracted the attention of the crawling creatures. cloaked figure turned in my direction and looked directly at me. All I could see from under the hood were those deep, piercing yellow eyes. And I was so frightened my body stopped responding to my thoughts. I tried to run, but I just stood there, frozen, expecting to die. It was then that the figure began to approach and spoke to me. It's difficult to recall exactly what was said, as my mind was racing, thinking about my impending doom. I remember the voice of a man echoing through the trees. He wanted to know if I knew somebody. I think their name was Symbol? Something like that. My tongue was swollen in my mouth, and my voice was non existent. I simply shook my head no, not being able to take my eyes off his. I saw them glow slightly, as if determining if I was telling the truth. After what felt like an eternity, he turned and continued through the swamp, accompanied by his horrifying crawlers that traveled in his wake. After that, all I could do was run. I fled back to my hut, put on a pot of tea, cuddled up with Cosmo, and thought about what I had seen. I think it will be quite some time before I make another trip out into the Osmore Woods. Entry 2. I received a letter today from a man named Calvas. He wants me to research a new chemical reagent for use in an incredibly powerful sleeping potion of sorts. He mentioned using the blood of the 5 chromatic dragons as the components, and offered me whatever I wanted if I helped him. He sounded incredibly demanding, however, and I feel that even a child could discern that something is not right about this. Why would he even need an elixir so powerful? What is he planning to do with it? Where did he get the blood of these chromatic dragons? This whole thing had illegal activity written all over it, and I would have been a fool to accept. I told him that I wouldn't help, and did my best to convince him that he shouldn't be dabbling with these types of powers. I can only hope that if he hasn't been successful so far, that without my help he won't be able to finish what he started. Entry 3. I was a fool to decline Calvas's offer. I never had a choice in the matter. He killed him. He killed Cosmo. The only friend I had. The only one that I cared about. He sent his associates to my home to escort me to a meeting with Voss and Pyrgos a week after receiving his most recent letter. He promised me that once I helped him with his elixir that he would bring Cosmo back. Can't condone his actions, but a life without Cosmo is a life I don't want to live. I told him I would begin my research immediately and not stop until I had found his missing reagent. Entry number 4. I think I've discovered a potential reagent for this elixir. A chemical capable of containing the raw power of the dragon's blood. An incredibly rare type of tree sap named sunlight, found only in the deepest reaches of the Feywild. I had heard stories of sunlight in some of my old master's journals, and asked Voss to acquire a sample for me. Despite his power and capabilities, it took him over 6 years of journeying through the Feywild to acquire this sample. Yet when he finally returned, only a week had passed on the material plane. Time moves at such a strained rate in that place. I'm glad I did not have to accompany him. He brought the samples to me in small glass vials, secured with powerful warding bands of silver. When I asked how he attained it, he told me that it was none of my concern and to focus on my research. I wasn't about to argue with him. I am to begin testing immediately. And then the final entry, number 5. It's finally done. My tests, as theorized, were successful. The sunlight was more than capable of containing the components, and the elixir was completed. As glad as I am that my theories are correct, I can't help but feel a sense of dread at what I have done. No good can come from this, and I am beginning to worry that Voss will not stay true to his word. I can sense the evil and malice in his heart, if he even has one, and I would be a fool to, and I feel it would be easier to simply have me killed than to go through the trouble of bringing Cosmo back as he had promised. The winds blow cold through the Osmore woods, and every knock at my door sends shivers down my spine. The trees feel like they're closing in around me, and I can feel my time drawing to a close. There is one last good deed I may do on this planet before death takes me. It is to devise an antidote for the elixir that I have unfortunately created. I spent the last few weeks working towards this goal, and I believe I may have the answer, although I do not have the time nor the resources to test it. In order to subdue the effects of the elixir of eternal rest, as he calls it, one, and then there's a blank space, as apparently the journal had not had a page after this. It continues eventually. Done all that I can do, and in fear for my very life I must flee. I cannot say where I am going on the chance that this journal finds its way back into Voss's hands. Just know that I am truly sorry for what I have done, and that I did it with love for my most beloved feline companion in my heart. I will see you again, Cosmo, whether it be in this life or the next. Signing off, Herbert Woodsworth.
Damn.
And that is where we will end the session.
Or
So
eventually,
Colin, how
yeah.
bad were you about to be if we were just about to walk away without getting that information?
I mean, like, you could have, but I feel like you guys would get dead-ended at some point, and I didn't want you to just be fumbling around without certain information and stuff. So, as much as I don't like to come from the other side of the DM veil and say, hey, maybe you should do this thing, it was one of those
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of,
It's like, please.
Sometimes you gotta.
yeah. So,
Yeah, Sai is not doing too great right now. Just shaking a little bit, but we're gonna leave it there.
There's an antidote potentially.
There is an
So
antidote.
that's a thing.
So I'm more worried about the fucking first part of that entry.
yeah. Say, I will say that you feel like the name Symbol or something like that is eerily similar to your own.
Uh-huh. And
But,
yeah. Oh no. We'll
So,
leave it at that though.
Sign.
Yeah.
but yeah, so if anybody for anybody who may be watching, thank you for stopping by. If you're on YouTube, you know, all the YouTube stuff, hit the buttons, do the things, all that kind of stuff. If you want to catch us live, stream Fridays at roughly 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time every single week. Thank you for stopping by, and good night, everybody. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.